Okay, welcome everyone. It's time for another old games on a weekday. I'm your host as always, Mark W. And yeah, this is kind of a special stream in that I am resuming my long-running Ultima IV game that I last played in 2024. I just looked it up in my YouTube history, my studio screen, just like the creator screen, and the last game I played last stream was in March of 2024, so it's been over 2 years. Played a couple of rounds of NetHack since then. Played a lot of Commodore 64 Ultimate. Played a lot of a million things, but I left this hanging, and I'm resuming it today. Not saying I'm gonna beat it today, but or even next week, but I'm resuming it. What I've been doing is been playing, just to fill you in for those who haven't followed this series. This is Ultima 4 for the Sega Master System, which some folks consider to be the best version out there. It makes some changes to the game without being without totally fundamentally revamping it. I don't remember what they all are offhand. Actually, a lot of it's kind of menu driven, so that kind of makes the game easier. For example, if you played the Commodore 64 version, if somebody, I don't know, somebody named Bob told you to ask a guy named John about the Codex of Wisdom, you had to actually think to type Codex or Codex of Wisdom or Wisdom. And this game, it just gives you a menu of options to, conversation subjects to talk about. So that kind of makes it easier. You don't have to keep track of every subject matter that you might want to talk about. It also removes the first person pseudo 3D dungeons, which I kind of never, well, I won't say I never liked. I used to like them, but they just make mapping a pain. So they're 2D dungeons. The graphics are nice and colorful, more colorful than you would see on, say, like Apple II or Commodore 64. But it's the same core game, ultimately. And hello to Eric Johnson in the chat, SC Nuke, also known as Andy, and Mr. RJNC, also known as Ryan. SC Nuke says, I feel like I should load up NES Ultima 4 soundtrack while watching this. I don't know why you'd want to do that. The NES Ultima 4 is the one that strays from the original the most that I'm aware of. They kind of totally butchered the game, in my opinion. Maybe after I beat this, I can play the other Ultima games. We can start with 1, go to 1, 2, 3, skip 4, because I already did it, 5. This will be an all Ultima channel at that point. So anyway, there's a lot to sort of figure out here because it's been so long. I've been taking these notes. I put it in a Google Doc today. I had it in a random local text file before, but looking this over, there's just a lot of knowledge I've gathered. I mean, a lot of it's just kind of details, like, okay, there's food for 25 for 35 in the town of U, fine, whatever. But what do I want to do next is kind of the important thing. And what helped me to figure that out was actually to review my last stream, the video on demand for my last stream. I don't know entirely what I want to do, but it looks like by the end of the last stream, I was hunting for mandrake roots, and I think I got some. And Dan the Man was in the chat, he was kind of giving me hints that he had read up on. I'm trying not to spoil the game, but once in a while I'll accept a small hint or two. Whether or not I stick to the rule of not really spoiling the game remains to be seen. I might cheat now and then, but mostly I'm trying to be sort of unspoiled, with the caveat that I've beaten the game once before in the 80s, so some of my memory is surely there. But hello again to everybody. And well, thanks for joining me this evening to resume this journey. But yeah, what I wrote down was, or what I saw in my last stream was, I was getting mandrake root. And that is an important ingredient for spells. And it's kind of hard to gather. You have to step in. There's like, I think 2 spaces on the map where you can get them. I was in one of them. There's like this lone square of marsh territory. And in there you can search and... Why is the audio breaking up? I don't know. In that territory, you can search and gather mandrake. So I got some of that. I got a lot of poison on my characters as well. But I think I can repeatedly search there as long as I wait for the new moon to cycle. Double new moon. There's two moons in this world. And You need them to be new to search for Mandrake in that one space. So might be good to take note of how that works exactly. And this fact is only fresh in my memory because, again, I looked at the last video. So new moon, search on the single marsh square, but apparently there's two places. I don't know which one I was in, the Fens of the Dead or the Bloody Plain. Maybe I can figure that out when I restart the game, basically. Now, why I need that? I mean, it's a powerful reagent for your spells, but specifically, I was in a dungeon where I got totally owned by a bunch of Reapers, and Reapers are ripoffs of the Ropers from D&D, for anyone who doesn't know that. And they cast horrible magic at you. They like just totally nuked my whole party. And I can put together negate spells with Mandrake, and that'll cancel their ability to cast spells, I believe. I might want to pull up, just remembering there's Ultima PDFs I might want to have handy, like the spell book. So bear with me while I gather all my belongings here. I tried to squeeze in some prep time ahead of time, but I forgot to find these PDFs. I have a whole lot of screenshots that I took. That's helping me to map, like in the dungeon called Despise. I would use the gems. I think that would it was either a spell or the gem item. I guess I was using gems to show me the map, and I would just screenshot it, and it's a lot easier than tracking it on graph paper like we old farts actually did back in the day. I think some of these I had to like sort of stitch together. Yeah, if you look at, like, for example, these pair of screenshots, I have Despise level 4A and B. Yeah, I think these are like totally disparate locations, actually, on the same level, though. And, you know, they're totally walled off from each other, I think. There's some lovely gremlins to fight over here, apparently. So which one was it? There was another dungeon I went into too called Destard. So let me check my notes. I feel like I didn't finish either dungeon. Yeah, what I have in my to-do notes. Ready to meditate for all virtues but sacrifice. Did I do them all? I might want to update my notes here. I'll have to check which virtues I have sort of partial avatar hood for. Whatever they call that. It looks like I want to get through both of these dungeons. The red stone is in level 7. I don't remember what the stones do, but I'm pretty sure they're things you need. I have some clues, like the black stone. Merlin knows where it is. I don't know who the hell Merlin is. He's a wizard somewhere. You can use the stones at altars in the dungeon to connect them. I guess you teleport from one dungeon to the other. Green stone is in the dungeon to wrong. White stone for purple stone. Used in the altars of truth and courage. Blue stone of honesty is found on an altar in the dungeon of deceit. It is used within the dungeon altar rooms and in the abyss. Now these are all these notes here. I've gathered these from like talking to people and stuff like that. I'm not looking up things in wikis or you know, spoilers, or at least I'm trying to avoid that. Redstone of Valor. It seems like this is the one I'm going to be going after. Need the redstone in one altar room to get the third part of a key. It is found on an altar. It is found in Destard. Okay. So, do I want to go to Despise or Destard? I don't remember which one had the Reapers that killed me. I mean, that doesn't have to be the one dungeon I go to, but you know, I don't have to seek out the Reapers, so to speak. But that was kind of the way. The reason why I was seeking out the Mandrake was to make negate spells to cancel the Reapers, because I'm all about the cancel culture. And Ryan said, are your headphones smaller? I'm like going crazy. Yeah, I'm using some different headphones. Lately, I've been enjoying these really basic headphones I got for my recent travels across the pond to London. They're just very small. They fold up, and they use a 3.5 millimeter headphone connector, just like back in the old days, not Bluetooth. I'm finding I just prefer this generally. I plug it in and it's just working. I don't have to like sync the Bluetooth. I don't have to go, oh shoot, my charge is only at 20%. Just plug it in, and it's instant too on my computer. It instantly picks it up as a device. Imagine that, right? Anyway, I guess we can jump into it. I mean, I guess I should figure out if I'm going to Destard or Despise. I have to kind of take inventory of all my stuff. Like, what do I got? What do I need to do? Like, do I need to heal up at all? Which spells do I have? There's a lot to remind myself of, sort of. All right, let's go to Journey Onward. I'm gonna enjoy this lovely music for a minute. Yeah, I got to meet Lord British when I went to Great Britain. No, I don't think he lives there. I think he lives in Texas or something. Yeah, I'm just enjoying this music. Ryan says I still use headphones, plug-in headphones, and an iPod Shuffle when I run. I like plug-in too. Cool. iPod Shuffle. So I didn't even remember I was a bard. That's how long it's been. I'm level 6. I believe your maximum is either 8 or 9. I know it's like your hit points are 100 times your level, and it can't fit more than 3 digits. I guess 9 is the max, but there's a lot of number 8 symbolism in the game, so I wouldn't be surprised if it stops at 8. Anyway, I've already done 42,000 moves. It's kind of a lot. If I recall correctly, just running around the wilderness was some really tough monsters, like Balrons and stuff. They didn't want to say Balrog, so they call them Balrons. So I think that's basically dependent on how long you take. So I think I'm already taking longer than you're supposed to. That's all right, though. All right, here we are. You're right next to that Mandrake Square. All right. That's where you seek out the Mandrake. None of my guys are poisoned. I think I just cured myself by stepping into there. And there's a trick that you can use that I think Dan the Man mentioned way back 2 years ago in the last stream. If you kill a monster and they leave a chest right here, hopefully I have this straight, then when you stand on the marsh square, it doesn't count like a marsh simply because of the chest. So you're shielded from the poison using that strange trick. And Eric Johnson has something to say. He says, I'm reading here that Lord British sold the Ultima IP to Electronic Arts for $30 million, but now he wants to reacquire it to make more Ultima games. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Lord British isn't British, says Ryan. I honestly assumed he was British all these years. You know, his counterpart, a game designer in the in the UK, must call himself Great America. Or Great American. That would be hilarious. Or, well, not Great American. Lord American. All right, so my guys are. For some reason, I thought I had the full party of 8 characters. I only have 6. Let's remind myself. I'm kind of. I think time passes while you're just sitting there, so I like to go to my menu. Actually, even the moon phases still pass, even when I'm in the menu. It's very strange. So I don't think I'm taking any turns, but the moons are coming and going. The moon phases. All right. How do I look at? I don't know. Do I want to camp? How does that work? It's been so long. I think you heal up when you camp, right? But there's an opportunity for monsters to attack you or something. Let's look at my characters. Got MarkW the Bard. Dupre, he's a paladin. Julia is a tinker, if I recall correctly. Jana the druid. Jeffrey the fighter. I'm trying to remember why I kept him in sort of the back ranks. I feel like he was very weak or just lower level because I acquired him later, maybe. Also, I'm starting to remember I was loading people up with missile weapons mostly because this is the kind of game where there's pretty much no benefit to using melee weapons. Unless you really have to. I was almost going to go on a tangent about game design ideas, how you could make them both valuable, but let's not do that. Mariah is the mage. And so I'm still missing 2 people. One is the shepherd, known as Katrina. And who's the other one? And I guess no point in sitting here thinking about it if it won't come to me. But yeah, each one of these character classes corresponds to one of the virtues as well. And you'll find them in one, the appropriate town that also corresponds to the virtue. So again, just kind of reminding myself here. I believe a bard is compassion, a paladin is honor, a tinker is, I believe, sacrifice. I'm not sure where they came up with that one, but I believe a tinker is sacrifice. Also, it's worth mentioning, a tinker doesn't actually do any tinkering in this game. You would think they could be like crafting stuff like Minecraft style or something. I don't know, but it doesn't work like that. Jana the druid. Yeah, druid is just... What the heck the druid's doing? Remember? Yeah, I think pretty much every character class has some combination of like fighting ability and magic casting. That's pretty much their deal. So yeah, I think a druid is sort of like leaning on the side of heavy spell casting, but they can fight a bit too. Whereas fighter, Jeffrey the fighter is the opposite. But yeah, Jana the druid represents justice. So we got compassion, honor, sacrifice, justice, I believe. Jeffrey the fighter is valor. Mariah the mage is honesty. And you have, I guess we'll do HO, because next is going to be humility for the shepherd. I believe her name is Katrina. And again, I can't remember the one more. There's one more virtue. And you can see, by the way, over here, I have all the virtue. I think all of them except this one little piece that you can see missing right here. So I have, I guess, 7 of the 8 virtues in my quest to become the avatar. Let's see. You got just, I don't know. I can't remember them all. I probably have it right in my notes. Hey, Emily. My wife Emily is here, everybody. But we were joking earlier about how we're going to talk about Mega Man trivia. And we're not doing Mega Man tonight, but I can... Who wants to give Emily some Mega Man trivia? What does the Yasichi do? That was the question I was asked on the video Power Game Show was on. What does Yasichi do? All right, so let's review that. I'm trying to remember this last virtue. All right, here we go. Compassion, justice, sacrifice, humility. There's also an associated mantra with each one. I feel like I mentioned all these. What did I miss? Oh, I lost my drawing on the screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Compassion, justice, sacrifice, humility, honor, honesty. Oh, spirituality is a ranger. That's right. I'm missing the ranger. Yeah, some of them are kind of a stretch. I don't know what a ranger is associated with spirituality, but that's fine. Virtues sound good to Emily. Yes, we're being virtuous in this game. Here's a little bit of background for Emily or for anyone else who doesn't really know. This game was made by Mr. Richard Garriott, aka Lord British, this whole series of Ultima games. And what he found was in the first 3 games, it kind of rewarded being a scumbag. You go into the town and you kill all the guards and you do horrible things and steal money from people. You level up by killing them. So he decided, and I think this was partially inspired by parents complaining and stuff like that, or partially nudged forward by that. But he said, what if I make a game where you're just trying to be the good guy? You have to strengthen yourself in various virtues and become the avatar, which means you're like, I guess, kind of perfect in all these different virtues, or at least very good in them. So I'm trying to fill out this, sort of form this little ankh here. Every time I master one of the virtues, I fill in a little piece of that. I think I have all the pieces but one, but I don't remember which. So this is called the quest for the avatar. But still, you're like fighting monsters and stuff. But it's actually quite interesting because the game imposes these restrictions on you. Like if you attack a fleeing, say an animal attacks you, like a python, and it starts fleeing, you have to let it go. Otherwise, it's considered not. I don't remember what you lose. Not honorable, I think. So you lose honor points. But there are certain monsters the game deems pure evil, which, because you could argue it's a little weird. For example, if a troll does the same thing, I'm allowed to slaughter them. They're just evil. Works something like that. You also can't, like, the game also gives you opportunities to cheat people and lie and stuff, but if you refrain, then it helps your virtue. Like, for example, there's the famous example is there's a shopkeeper who's blind, and when you buy stuff from her, she'll say that'll be 10 gold, but the game says, how much gold do you want to give her? You could give her 2, and she can't apparently tell the difference. You'll get away with it. You'll get the stuff for that much cheaper, but then you lose honesty points. So the game tests you in various ways like that. Right, so what the heck did I do down here? Who? Oh, I'm choosing who's readying the weapon. Yeah, so, you know, I'm sorry that I'm taking so long here, but I'm trying to gather my own bearings here. And I don't know why I didn't recruit the ranger and the shepherd yet. The ranger would be, his name is Shimino. I just remembered that. And the shepherd is Katrina, but I think my goal was to go to the dungeon next, but I wonder if I can actually do the other stuff, and I figure out which virtue I'm missing. I don't know is the problem. Well, this one sounds tough. Did I do this? The Shrine of Humility. That might be the one I'm missing, but it's on the dark island north bank of the Isle of the Abyss, guarded by endless hordes of demons. Southeast of... Oh no, southeast of what? Lord American doesn't sound nearly as good, says Dan. And Dan also says, technically, Richard Garriott was born in Cambridge, England. Okay, while his parents were temporarily located there. So he has British birth and dual citizenship as a British American. Oh, that's good to know. Yeah, so I have some screenshots of like these visions. You get visions of these different runes that I don't remember what you use them for, but I have. Here's my compassion rune that I saw. It looks like that cactus guy from Final Fantasy, whatever his name is. Cactus guy. And I have this justice one. This is a justice rune or symbol. I took this screenshot of Magencia. Yeah, that's the town that's been destroyed and taken over by demons or something. I think that's the one associated with the shepherd. Is Magencia that, or is it the magic place? The magic place. Yeah, it's associated with humility. Okay. So I just gotta decide what I want to do here. Just head to the dungeon, try to recruit these 2 people, try to get my remaining Ankh piece. Yeah, I think it might be fair. I'm gonna consider this a fair thing to look up. What am I missing here? I had played recently, I would know. So maybe I can look up what you know, what each piece of the Ankh is, which virtue. So. Yeah, I'm getting into what I consider to be fair game lookups versus cheats. I'm trying to not cross the line too much. Bear with me a minute, though. I don't even know what's a good... Like, is there a single wiki that's good for reference? It might be an Ultima IV wiki. Yeah, I found a walkthrough here. Gotta be careful, though. I don't think anything shows you the visual of which virtue is which Ankh piece, unfortunately. So... Oh. Is there a way I can see? Like a status or something? to replay my old my old videos until I figure it all out. Maybe I wrote it down here somewhere. You have to meditate, right? To acquire the virtue, right? To meditate for all virtues but sacrifice. Oh, I guess that's the one. Well, why can't I do sacrifice? Oh, that's right. You need to level up the virtue enough, and I guess I wasn't ready for that one for some reason. So the question is, how do I... Oh, here we go. This is how you level up your sacrifice. That's right. You can donate blood somewhere. Where do you donate blood, though? So that's what I need to do to level up my sacrifice. So much. A healer. Healer that you can donate blood to in Scarabray. Then the question is, how do I actually check how good I'm doing in each virtue? I don't remember. Do you like go to Lord British or something? Or maybe it's the seer? Isn't there like a seer in Lord British's castle? Visit the seer often. There we go. All right. Things are starting to gel in my head again. But what's the plan? Should I mean, I think what I was doing before, I don't have to continue with what I was doing 2 years ago, but what I was doing was getting Mandrake to prepare to make negate spells in order to hit the dungeon again. How much Mandrake do I have? How do I do that? Magic? Mix reagents. Okay, this showed me the spells, but not how many reagents you have. I think you have to like do something like this. Yeah, now you can see that. I have 6 units of Mandrake, nothing of Nightshade, a ton of a bunch of other stuff. This is gonna be like the stream where I'm gonna spend the whole stream just trying to reacquaint myself and figure out what the heck I want to do. And that's some Mandrake. I should find my spellbook PDF. Alright, so where the heck is that? Continue to bear with me, please. I have it downloaded somewhere, but it's probably faster to just Google for it and download it again. Alright. Here's our spellbook. As told by Phil Pop the Weary. Not sure why my audio gets mangled when I'm doing this. Alright, so if I'm looking for the negate spell, should tell me what I need to make. I always love this, by the way. It's got spells. All the spells are named in alphabetical order, A to Z. The right page shows you the big initial, like Awaken, and you have a nice, lovely piece of artwork demonstrating the spell in action. Blink, Cure, Dispel, Energy Field, Fireball, Gate to Travel. How does that work? You create your own gate? Well, that's not my concern right now. We're looking for N negate. Alright. When faced with a greater or more telling magic than one's own, the practitioner of the mystic arts may decide it is best for all involved to suspend everyone's use of thaumaturgy for a short time. At this time, one should invoke the powers of the negate spell by mixing garlic with its warding characteristics together with the exotic mandrake ripe with mystic potency. To this blend, add but an equal amount of sulfurous ash to provide the spark of fusion and speak your own name backwards. I can say cram then. All magic shall instantly cease save the enchantment of negation itself, which is manifested by the vision of a glowing N hovering before your eyes. The negate spell will last only a brief time, which should be used for either the annihilation of your enemies or for the judicious removal of your presence from the troubled spot. Okay, so kill them fast or run away is what they're suggesting. I like the Ultima tune, says Ryan. Yeah, I do too. And then when you go in different locations, you get different tunes. This is the like overworld theme, whatever they call it. Alright, so I could mix 6 negates probably. I need mandrake, garlic, which I have in plenty. It must smell really good, and the sulfurous ash. I'm still kind of just, again, letting things gel in my head here and figuring it out. I don't have to like rush into the dungeons or anything. It might be good to figure out where the heck I am on the map as well. So let me pull up my map again. Which I apparently closed. Alright, so here's our map. I've been writing in red on it as I discover things or translate some really easy to translate text. I think I am in... Well, I'm in one of 2 places that have the mandrake. And I think one of the possibilities is the Bloody Plains. Yeah. The other is the Fens of the Dead. Where's the Fens of the Dead? Here's our Fens of the Dead. Here's the Bloody Plains. Wow, somehow I wrote things in like such low res that you can't read some of the small text. I guess I'll have to make it bigger next time. I think that's a little village or something. I don't know. Something with an M. Alright, so first things first, let's figure out where I am. Bloody Plains or the Fens of the Dead. Alright, I'm gonna actually move now. Alright, so we got forest and okay. These kind of branching rivers. I think we're in the Bloody Plains. Got a big lakey thing up here. I'm not. Oh, we got a bridge. Okay, that might. Oh yeah, I think this is it. All right, I figured it out. Okay, I'll show you exactly where we are. You see the bridge and the river and the lake? That is right here. Here's the lake, river, bridge. All right. All right, so I know where I am at least. That's good. What next? Should I just hunt for more mandrake while I'm here? I'll get poisoned a bunch, but if I have enough cure, that shouldn't be a problem. Do I have enough cure, though? What's the right way to do this? Sorry. Magic, mixed reagents, cure. I have 84 cure. That's not a problem. I can cure all day. So, alright, let's go back and we'll hunt for some more mandrake. You have to wait for the new moon. Maybe I'll even try the chest trick. I need a monster, though. That's the problem. It's kind of interesting that the moon phases keep progressing even when you're like... When you've frozen the game by, like, doing this. Your food won't go down, but the moon phases keep going. It's very strange. That's alright, though. Yeah, so I will jump into there and search once the moon is new again. I guess I might as well sit here on the menu, then. And you can see there's a logical order to the moon's progression. They're both full. Now they're going to start to wane. Oh, now it's full. I don't know how many you get per search. Do you get 1 at a time or 6, or is it a random number? I'm wondering if I should already just be standing there ahead of time. You have to be pretty quick because again, it'll keep going while you're sitting here on the menu. think there's no reason why I shouldn't just step into it. I'm gonna get poisoned probably, but that's alright. Alright. So far I haven't been poisoned, but when I search I might get poisoned. I think every action you take in the marsh will have a chance of making you poisoned. Each person gets a chance of getting poisoned. Alright, so we're about ready to search. Look at the moons. They're gonna hit new in a second. Mandrake root. Alright. Should I have just stayed there if I'm gonna do this again? Maybe, but I stepped out. Alright, those 3 guys are poisoned. I guess I might as well cure him right away. He was my best spellcaster, I guess Mariah. Don't know if... I don't remember how that actually figures into anything. Like, what does it mean that they're the best spellcaster? Oops, not mixed. I wasted. I don't like that about this game. If you make an error in the menu and then you back out, you waste a turn. Cast. Do they have? Yeah, I guess you'll have the most spell points. That's her thing. But where are her spell points? Is it the 47? That might be it. Yeah, that costs 5, as it's mentioned. All right, I see now. That's why she's our main spellcaster. All right, everybody's cured again, and now we have how much Mandrake? 10. All right. I mean, I guess I might as well hang out and do this a little more, but probably better off not moving out of the square. And Ryan says, you should be ashamed, Mark. You didn't have a single Mega Man trivia for your wife. I said, what did the Yashichi do? I did say it. That's the one I was asked on Video Power. That was a symbol that Capcom used to put in all their games. The Yashichi, something like that. Okay, let's get ready to go in it. Nothing here. Okay. I think it resets somehow. I don't know what the logic is, though, unfortunately. It might be you have to wait a certain number of turns, not just every new moon cycle. Alright, I guess I'll deal with what we have for now. Dupre. Let's make everybody cure themselves. Everybody here except Jeffrey can cast magic, I believe. Alright, so we're beat up. Oh, Mariah's still poisoned. I didn't catch that. Now, do I want to just camp, or is it better that I run back to Lord British to, like... I don't remember, doesn't he heal you up? Yeah, he healed you up. And I want to go to his castle anyway in order to see how I'm doing with the sacrifice virtue. So I guess I'm going to head to Lord British, and I've probably done like 100 times. And then after that, I will, perhaps... Yeah, why don't I just try to master that sacrifice? I'll go to the place, Scarabray, where I can give blood. I don't know how much blood I need to give. Let's just give lots of blood until we're almost dead. While I am here, I'm near that M location that I can barely read my notes on the map for. So... I'm just going to see what the name of it is, just so I can write it down better on the map. I just wrote it in way too small a font size. It's just like a bunch of pixels, and I can tell the first letter is an M, but that's it. Here it is. And it is Minok. Oh, okay. Minok is associated with... This one associated with sacrifice. Anyway, let's fix my map. Let's see. What size do we want to use? What font? I don't know. I guess we're using Arial now. Yeah, there we go. Can't miss it now. Minok. Oh, that's the wrong way to do it. Okay, we need smaller than that. This is actually I kind of want to at least get the right color. I know this is kind of a little bit picky, but it's going to look like a mess if I'm always inconsistent. We've got a darker red. How's that? That's not quite right. Oh, that's not the way Go one. Which one I had selected? Yeah, it looks pretty good. And now I can read it. I'm gonna just put it over. There we go. It's readable at least. Cool. All right, so Minok. Minok is associated with sacrifice, but does that help me to be here? Do they give you a, do they give you anything related to sacrificing here? I think they would, considering it's a sacrifice town. But I don't have that in my notes at all. I do have that there's a weapon shop with some lovely weapons. The magic axe, I believe you can... I gotta remind myself about the weapons too. I think you can throw a magic axe though. On that note, what are all the weapons that my guys have? And how do I actually check that? Ready? So MarkW has... Okay, that's what I can ready him with, but what do I actually have? Isn't there an inventory screen or something? Camp. Oh, here we go. Status. MarkW. Hey, he's in good health, level 6, etc. Crossbow and leather. Now, I think the manual mentions how, like, the best weapon and armor each character type can use. So it's good to have the actual manual in addition to the spell book ready to go. So let me pull that up. All right. Looks like I have some different languages here. Where are all the different character classes mentioned? That's the question. Okay, they don't have it in this book. And I think there's like 3 books. There's the basic manual, and you have the spell book, and then the one that gives you like the history and all that stuff. History of Britannica, which has all the detail that you actually want. There we go. As told by Kyle the Younger. So let's find... Alright, we got Bard here. That's me. You don't actually play songs as a Bard, which kind of makes them feel not very Bard-like. All armor save that of leather is shunned by these minstrels. Okay. So I can't use anything but leather. I think there's a neat like chart that just lays this all out plainly, if I recall correctly. It's possible I just Oh, you know what? I remember. I think in that manual I had it before. There was just a very plain chart. I can find it. I kind of skimmed through this quite quickly. I don't remember having multiple languages in one manual. It's not a problem though. I think I'm wrong, unfortunately. Oh, it might be the reference card. There's like a million different things. All right, I'll just deal with what I got here. Maybe it's at the end. Check that real quick. Now let's just... We can just look at the descriptive text. That's fine. All right, so as a bard, I can't use more than leather, but what can I use weapon-wise? Weapon of choice for them is the sling, but they may use a crossbow at times. I'm using a crossbow. The crossbow and leather looks like they're maximums. I'm trying to remember about magic wands. I feel like eventually, the first time I played this game, I armed like everybody with a magic wand eventually. Maybe that isn't really subject to anybody's limitations. But a fighter can use, I guess, everything. Weapon and armor-wise. That seems to be my recollection. Though it doesn't specifically say that here. I could have sworn there's like a chart. A reference card or something. Alright, so fighter can use everything we'll go with. But as far as my guy that we're looking at now, he's pretty much maxed out until we get those magic wands. If the magic wands work how I remember. But the Prey, the Paladin, is next. Let's check out Paladins. Expert in all forms of combat and weapon use. One of the few professions that will make use of magical chain armor. Oh, I guess we want that. When it is available. Their deep beliefs in the value of good lend strength to their magic. So he has a halberd right now, which I think attacks from 2 spaces away. Which I feel like I was swapping that out with maybe a crossbow or something. Julia the Tinker, a crossbow and plate mail, so she can use plate mail. Tinkers will use any non-magical armor. Okay. Jana has a crossbow and leather. So that's a druid. Druids are fierce fighters, apparently. It always says what their preferred weapon is. Like it says druids prefer mace. I don't know if that actually matters with respect to gameplay. Leather is their armor of choice, yeah. Jeffrey, I believe he can use everything as a fighter, but he's got chainmail and crossbow right now. Mariah can't do much. She's got cloth and sling, but she has a ton of magic points. So where does it describe mage? They can only wear cloth armor and carry either a staff, dagger, or sling. Okay. And that's everybody I've got. Alright. So Ryan says he was a member of the N team. Who's that? I missed that from earlier. Alright. Yeah, I did take my notes on mine, but all I really have listed is if I wrote an X here, that means I've already done the thing. There's a smith named Zircon. I talked to him, I guess. He made the mystic arms. Only they will save thee in the abyss. Okay. Ask a woman named Mischief about sacrifice rune, which I apparently did. But now I'm like saying, okay, I'm starting to remember how I was organizing this. I have a section about the runes probably, or about sacrifice where I would have written that. Do you need the runes to enter the shrines? God, I'm forgetting everything. I have the mantra Ka. You have to say the mantra at the shrine. So I'm gonna say Ka Ka. I know the humility mantra is Lum because pride mantra is Lum. I wrote something wrong here. Humility is pride backwards. Was this supposed to be Mull? Like this here? One of them is wrong. That might be something I'll just look up when the time comes. I'm pretty sure it's that pride is Mull and therefore Lum. Mull backwards is Lum. Alright. Alright, I guess as long as I'm here, I'll reacquaint myself with this town. But then I think my next step is going to be to go to Lord Bridges' castle, heal up, figure out how I am doing with sacrifice, go to Scarabray to give blood if I'm not ready yet, and then maybe I can make it happen. I know there's pretty much no point talking to these guards, but it's been a while, so why not? You meet a massive guard. He says, I am a guard. Name, I am a guard. Look, you see a massive guard. Job? To guard, of course. Health? Quite. Join. I cannot join thee. Give. I do not need thy gold. Keep it. Guard. I often wonder if I will ever have to give my life in the line of duty. Understand my dilemma? Yes. Of course, if it came down to it, I hope I would do it. You're very brave, Sir Guard. Are you a clone, Guard? I am a guard. Yep, same thing. Okay. This time I don't understand it. Too bad. Doesn't sound much like a dilemma. Is it a dilemma like you have a problem, you don't know which of the two solutions? Anyway, a rotund tinker. Hello, I'm Fatty Fat. I am Shentis. Rotund tinker. I welcome thee unto Minok, city of sacrifice. My health is okay. You want to join? No, give. I do not need that gold. Sacrifice. Self-sacrifice is a needed virtue. Virtue? Avatars strive to be virtuous. Dost thou strive for virtue? Yes. Then perhaps thou shalt become an avatar. Alright, I hope to do so. This is the quest for the avatar, after all. Need a massive guard. Yeah. The guard, of course. Alright, whatever. Let's walk over here. Hello, wayfarers, inn people. Who are you? Stocky Ranger. I am Mike Ward. His job is I'm trying to get a room. It's a bad job. Health is well enough. Join, he cannot give. I do not need that gold. Room. I have traveled clear from Scarab Bray. Oh, that's where I'm going to be sacrificing my my blood. Giving blood. The ruin of our city is missing. Is that the ruin of compassion at Scarab Bray? Know thee of the ruin. I don't know. I don't know if I know of the room. How do I know which rooms I have and stuff? Is that in my status at all anywhere? I mean, I guess I got some of them. Like I checked off search for the Rune of Spirituality and the Treasure Chamber of Britannia. A Rune of Compassion at the end of the hall in Britain. But what about Scarab Bray? Missing its Rune of Spirituality is at Scarab Bray. Alright, yeah, I know of the rune, sure. It is the key to the Shrine of Spirituality. Yeah, I already got that one. I think I have all of them except Sacrifice, so I must have. But do I have... Okay, so now that I'm reminded that the rune is the key to these shrines, do I have the rune of Sacrifice? I don't know. Well, you know what? Since I have some tips obtained from shrines, I think that means I must already have the rune. Like I have this one. I wrote down all the shrine tips, which I recorded from meditating at shrines. And for this one at Sacrifice, it said to give of thy life's blood so that others may live is a virtue of great praise. So I'm already good there. I think that means I have all the runes. And it looks like the innkeeper is breakdancing, says Ryan, and he also mentions Mega Man in Captain and the Game Master. That was a horrible show. What did they do with Simon Belmont in that one? They made him like really weird. He's like this pretty boy with a huge chin, and it was very strange. And like Donald Trump hair. You meet a tinker at a table. I am Azure. I carve runes. Health is okay. Join no. Give no. Carve runes. I carve runes for passage into the shrines. Do you just make them? Yeah, I'll take one. Which? Can I just get any of them? I think I have them all. This is funny though. Will he just make you any of them? Maybe not. He might only make one. That I couldn't help you. Oh, so you have to ask for the right one. probably just iterate over all of them anyway. I started with humility. Let's go to spirituality. Honor. Sacrifice. Ask my sister mischief. Oh, that's right. I wrote that in my notes for mine. Yeah, I've already done this. Yeah. Okay, so I have this rune. I mean, I kind of already deduced that. But I'm just being redundant. Welcome to Wayfarer's Inn. I am Estro. In need of lodge. Am I? What does it do? You replenish all your health and magic points or something? But I think I'm about to do that at Lord British anyway, so I will survive the trip to that place for sure. I hope. Hello, short person with green hair. You meet a teenage boy. He says, I am Alex. I give out flowers. Here you are. Thank you. The way I figure it, if thou art kind to others, they will have reason to be kind in return. Yes, give all that thou can unto the needy. Wilt thou give? Oh, now I gotta give money. Yes. Oh, no. I thought I was gonna be locked into giving him money. Alright. I think whatever was in these places I probably already explored. If anything was there. Marsha's got to be careful. Meet a wandering tinker. I am Merida. I seek the wisdom of the Shrine of Sacrifice. She's been better. Not join the... First, I need the mantra. I know the mantra. Mantra is... She said she needs to know the mantra and asked if I know it. And I said yes. And she just says, good. Don't you want to know the mantra? And told that a hidden shepherd knows the mantra. An old ragged man. I am Alkirion. I am a peasant. I hear many things. I'm old and weak. I want an old and weak person to join me. What does thou wish to know? I don't know. Can't select anything else. Alright, maybe I'm just wasting my time here. I am Jude. Hey, Jude. Hey, Jude. To redeem myself, I will not speak of my sin. Fine, then. Bye. If I talk to these beggars, I'm gonna have to give them money. A small muddy girl. I am Linda Sue. I'm an undernourished beggar girl. I'm hungry. I'd give you food, but the game doesn't let me do that. And not eating in days. Oh, here you go. Yeah. How much did I give her? Not much, I guess. Meet a fading man. Hello. I am barely conscious. Conscious? I will soon sleep forever. Could thou spare a gold piece so I might buy a drink? Yep. Remember, Azure knows of the rune. Alright. Gonna move on. Out of the way, peasant. That sounds bad, doesn't it? I am the all-good avatar, and I'm like, out of the way, peasant. I hope the beggar doesn't talk to me. Then I gotta give him money. By the way, I am the epitome of virtue. Now, this is the one who has the this is Matt Damon. A meek shepherd. I stand here and think. I wish that was my job. Instead, I sit at a computer and tell AI to think for me. Can't a man just think to himself? No. Mantra. Listen to the Bard song for in its first lies the key. Alright. And we've done all this stuff. Let's just get out of here. Alright. So, I got a whole 2 viewers at this point. Not too many patient people. I know it's kind of a lot, but if I don't reacquaint myself and figure out what the heck I'm doing, I want to know what I'm doing. Right then, so I guess onward to Lord British's place. And then over to Scour Bray to give blood. Is there any other place I can give blood? I would have probably written that down, I guess. Yeah, it's the only one I've written down. It might be... There might be other places. I guess I'll poke my nose down here as long as I'm here. The Iron Works. Oh, this is a place to buy weapons and armor or something. A cute bard. Hello, cute bard. Sing song. This is the one who sings about the monster, right? Ah, yep, I got that. Yeah, I like the song. Iron Works. I don't know how much anything costs. I don't... These are good weapons. Yeah, magic axes. I think they're quite expensive probably, right? You're not the funds from them. What is the price though? Can't you tell me? Might be in the manual. What does Andy have to say? When Mark mentioned Bard before, that reminded me on some platforms you could transfer characters between Ultima Wizardry and Bard's Tale. Yes, you could do that. It was very strange and it was like very weird. Like you'd have, you know, you would have to map the character classes from one game to the other, and there wasn't always a one-to-one mapping, and the level, you know, it could be a little janky and weird, but yeah, it's cool that you could do that in a sense. All right. You like import your wizardry character into an Ultima game or whatever. Sure. Let's see. I want to see the prices for these things. It might be good to get magic axes and whatnot. Where the heck do I have that manual? Does it even talk about magic axes? Looks like no. The Seer Hawkwind. Several magic weapons are said to be found hither and yon, but the location of these are not known for certain. It is said that perchance a traveler must be worthy of such a weapon before it will become available. You know what? I feel like I had a different Sega Master Manual somehow. I don't know. I don't want to Google all day or anything while I'm trying to play. I do remember some like neat, well-defined like chart of all the weapons and stuff, the prices and everything. But for now, I cannot afford magic axe and stuff, so let's get out of here, I guess. All right, so over to Lord British. Let's do the plan. Let me get my map up. All right, so I'm gonna be going down south, that is. If I go west, I'm gonna get stuck. It's like a dead end over there. All right, going around. You travel the world quite quickly in this game. Oops, that's not right, is it? Shoot. You travel quickly when you don't make wrong turns. Alright, let's fight some skeletons, I suppose. Was that a wizard? I haven't fought in a long time. I'm armed with a crossbow, so let's shoot him up. I feel like I want to get the wizard first. I don't know if I was in range or like maybe I was in range. Here's my paladin who only has a 2 space range halberd, if I recall correctly. Can Julia attack? It'd be good to know my range here, wouldn't it? Janna armed with crossbow. Alright, skeleton barely wounded, but at least wounded. Mariah armed with sling. Should we cast a spell for the fun of it? It's not really worth using the reagents on garbage enemies. I think that skeleton was totally out of range for her. Miss. Okay, that skeleton's done. This is actually one big improvement of the Commodore version. In the Commodore version, you can only fire north, south, east, or west straight, and it was just kind of a pain. You had to worry about lining up horizontally or vertically. And this, even back then, I thought of, why couldn't they just let you, like, you know, have like a crosshairs and target somebody that way? But no such luck. So then when I heard about this combat mechanic here, I thought that was sounded much better. Oh, it can reach it. So that means it reaches at least how many spaces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for the crossbow. I don't know about the sling though. Oh, the prey just got shot. I better do something about that. Why did I block? I just blocked my fighter. Yeah, he's taking some serious hits. Let's back him out. Actually, let's shoot the mage. He's lightly wounded. Let's get your prey back out of there. Jana, does she have line of sight? I don't know. Looks like she did. Okay. Mariah with the sling can work on the skeleton. All right, cool. Heavily wounded. Dead. Okay. Oof. Get the chest. Not to pray. Who has the most hit points? Julia. 28. She avoided a poison trap, thankfully. What are these guys? Ettins or something? I'll just go around them. Let's see, where am I? Probably here. Oh, I guess I gotta deal with these Cyclops. Alright. Cyclops fleeing. Haha. Our brave paladin can go hide. Oh, they're throwing rocks. Missed. Is he in range? What is he? He's got at least 7 range. 1, 2, 3. I think that should reach, but he missed. How heavily are we getting hit by rocks here? What did Mark have before? 200 and something hit points? You have to like keep track of what they had before because it doesn't tell you how much damage is dealt. That's something they could improve. To say Mark hit for 23 damage or whatever. Okay. I don't think she can reach with the sling now. Cyclops fleeing. That's right. Part of this game, I just remembered this, is you let your lower level characters catch up by having your higher level characters actually not, actually refrain from killing somebody. Because only the guy who gets the kill in gets the XP. Yeah, who wants to open the chest and hit the traps? Julia again. She's asleep. Alright, we got 63 gold and she is sleeping. We're carrying around her sleeping body. Attacked by an orc. Look, there she is lying on the ground. Let's let Jeffrey... yeah, now we're getting into, do I want to let Mariah sling people to death since they're orcs who are not going to give us trouble anyway. Alright, good night to you, Ryan. Probably too late. I'm going to let... I guess I'm going to let Jeffrey and Mariah do all the killing. But that one's going to escape. I feel like I need to take a shot at him or he's going to be gone. So I'll just do that. Alright, can he target this one? No, the rock was in the way. But she can get him with her sling. Lightly wounded. I might have to retreat her, though, as the orc advances. Still send him up. Alright, he's still lightly wounded, unfortunately. Gotta do more damage than that with your sling. Okay, looks like Jeffrey got a kill. I guess I could just make her cast spells a lot, but that costs reagents, which sucks. I should see if there's like a really inexpensive reagent-wise spell she could be blasting all over the place, like maybe Magic Missile or something. I don't remember what anything costs. Offhand. Alright, that orc's fleeing. Cool, Mariah can finish him off. It off, whatever it is. Cool, Mariah got a kill. We could let her get this next kill in too with the orc. This remaining orc. Oh. Okay, I have to do a lot of passing there for some reason. Let Mariah get it. Arc fleeing, yeah. Go get him, Mariah. Okay, Mariah got 12 XP that time. Altogether, I mean. Julia, while you're asleep, open the chest, please. Oh, she can't do it. Jana got it, okay. Alrighty, headed over to Lord British. Am I going the right way? Hit the pause button. You can actually do a proper pause, isn't that interesting? I think this is the right way. Gotta go through this pass. I got too far west. I think we're good. What's catching up with me here? What's that green thing? Lava lizard. We're not in the lava. I've got to get to prey a crossbow at least. Melee is just suck in this game. How are we doing? Ooh, it's a lot of damage. Okay. Let's get somebody else to help tank. Mark needs a break. We could get Julia and Jana and Jeffrey up there. Can we cast a heal? We got 9 heals ready. So let's heal, I guess, Mark to start. Alright, that's good. Julia, yeah, do I want to move her up or just shoot? Let's move her up, I guess. And Jana needs to get up there too, to be a tank. Jeffrey can shoot. Alright, heavily wounded. Is it worth doing a spell here with Mariah? Yeah, let's heal Dupree as well. Oof. Okay. Lava lizard fleeing, that's good. Let's finish it off, I guess. Or does that count like an animal? I don't think it does. They made a lava patch there. Let's do a magic missile. We got 22 of them. Alright, we're knocking him dead now. Can he reach? 1, 2. I don't know the exact range. I only know what I hit with 7 before. So 1, I guess we're going 2, 3. I think it's 8 spaces away. Let's see if that works. It does work. I'm not sure how concerned I should be at this point. I'm probably fine, honestly. So maybe I'll stop casting spells unless it looks grim. Was that out of range or just a regular miss? Okay, how's our tank Jana doing? Fine, it looks like. I'm gonna prioritize getting the prey across. Can he use a crossbow? How do I feel like he can be. Like, didn't it say a paladin can use everything? Again, I do recall like a very clear like chart that said what every character class can use, but that was not in the rulebook I was just looking at. So I don't know. Jeffrey, shoot him. We have line of sight and range. Looks like we probably did, but it fled. Julia, you get it. 36 gold. Where are we? Okay, I see where we are. This is Lock Lake below us. We gotta go up and around these rivers and marshes. The Despised Dungeon is pretty close to here, but so is Lord British. Yeah, this bridge to the right takes you to the Shrine of Compassion. I think that's the first one we hit up. Some orcs, okay. And the slightly more complicated mountains. Let's get Mariah some kills again. Alright. The orc is heavily wounded. Alright, that's a kill. Mariah, I think Jeffrey could use him too. The prey can finally hit with his halberd 2 spaces away. The orc is fleeing. I'm gonna let Jeffrey, the prey, and Mariah try to clean them up entirely. Nobody else. Okay, the prey can wait. Go get him, the prey. Alright. Get him, Jeffrey. Get him, Mariah. Get the kill. Oh. So with the halberd, can you only attack 2 spaces away? I just tried attacking 1 space away. I'm not sure if that was feasible. Alright, another kill from Mariah. I'm proud of her. Alright, so we should head south and get to Lord British. Oh, it's right here, right across this little bridge. Yay, it feels like coming home. Alright. Hello, Chuckles the Jester, or whatever your name is. What do you want to go up the stairs, I think? Or I think the seer is here. You have to go through those fields first, right? They just sleep? I think they're asleep. Oh. Yeah, some people will fall asleep on the way. And that's okay. I am Hawkwind, Seer of Souls. I see that which is within thee and drive thee to deeds of good or evil. What path dost thou seek enlightenment? Let's check. Sacrifice was our concern. Thou art giving of thyself in some ways. Seek ye now to find yet more. Alright, so we still have some more to do in sacrifice. I guess all the other ones should be maxed out though. You're an avatar. Partial avatar in the attribute. You don't need my insights. Partial attribute. Partial avatar in compassion. Partial avatar in valor. Justice. Honor. Oh, I don't have spirituality either. It looks like I'm ready for it. Oh, I'm missing a few of them. So I'm ready in humility and spirituality, but not ready in sacrifice. That's interesting. Okay, let's take note of that. Let's see how I have this organized. Just in case I wind up having to resume next week. Well, I definitely have to resume next week, but it'd be good to remember these things. How did I organize this though? Ready to meditate for all virtues but sacrifice. Have all but sacrifice. Spirituality and what was the other one? What was it? Humility. Alright, so that changes things a bit. I can just get those. I can just get humility and spirituality. So I'd have to get to the respective shrines. That changes my assumption that I have all the runes. But I think if I have tips from a particular shrine, it means I have the runes. So let's check if I have spirituality tips. I do, it looks like. And do I have humility tips? I do not. I might not have ever gotten the humility rune. But again, I'm not sure if there's a way I can just check which runes I have. Doesn't say here in status, does it? That's a little unfortunate. All right. So with that in mind, does this change my plan? Do I want to just go and get spirituality or whatnot? I don't even know if I have the Shrine of Humility. Sorry, the rune. Let me take a note of that. Search my notes, that is. Okay, I have the humility rune. I wrote that I got it in the southeast corner of Pause. So I think I'm good with all the runes. So which is the closest shrine between the spirituality and humility? I think humility is the one that's guarded by demons or something, right? Here's sacrifice. Justice I already got. Spirituality, like a weird, yeah, it's a weird one. You have to go, excuse me, you have to just go to a full moon gate. Okay. It is in full moon to full moon gate. How do I don't remember how this works with the moon gate. Moon gate. So they appear at designated places. Oh yeah, like here's one of the moon gates for whatever this one's called. It's like a quarter moon or whatnot. I guess that one is waning crescent, perhaps. But I need to find new. Oh, moon. Did I say full or new? Or it's a new moon, right? Spirituality. In the full moon to full moon gate. Not new moon. So full moon gate is where? We're looking for basically a white circle. This one is not quite, I think, is it? It looks skewed. I'm not sure I'm seeing where Anything looking more full is... This one looks like almost full, but skewed also. This one looks like almost full, but skewed also. Like that's the, what do you call it? I believe this one here is waxing gibbous, and this is waning gibbous. And Andy says it's getting late for me too. This music is easier on the ears than the NES version. Aha, so you admit this is better than the NES version. Alright, it's probably in plain sight here, just not seeing it. Oh, here we go. Oh, I gotta go all the way back here then. I was there. I was just there. By Minok. What did I just do? Come on, undo isn't working. You kidding me? Okay. Just write Minok again then. Alright, so... I mean, I can just run back there. It's not that far, really. Alright, let's just do that. You know, there's just so many options that you can deliberate which one's more efficient or whatever, you know, path-wise, but it's not really that far. Let's just go back to the new moon. You wait till the destination is the new moon too. You hop in, go to the Shrine of Spirituality, then I should be able to get that partial avatar hood under my belt. But for now, we're going to get healed at Lord British. So let's do that. Everybody's falling asleep. Why is he behind sleep fields? It's so strange. Oh, this is the kitchen. This is not the right way. Excuse me, guys. Sorry for your, sorry to interrupt your cooking. Out of the way, Jester. Hello, Mr. British. Ah, much better. What time is it, by the way? It's almost 11. Okay, I can go on for another half hour to hour. Welcome, MarkW, and thy worthy adventurers. Oh, levels up are happening all around. Ooh. That went so fast, I kind of missed exactly what. Who and what. I think it was 4 or 5 people. I'm just going to rewind my preview here quick. So obviously we saw Mariah got to level 4, but what else? MarkW became level 7, that's great. Jana is level 6. Jeffrey level 5. Mariah level 4. Alright, we gotta get Dupre a crossbow. I just need to be sure you could use one. I need to pay for one too, but... I guess one thing at a time here. I guess we'll talk to him some more for the heck of it. I don't think he has anything useful to say. That's right, you do. Are you well? No, and then he heals you. Nice. Help. Go you now into the depths of the dungeons. Therein recover the 8 colored stones from the altar pedestals and the halls of the dungeon. Yeah. Find the uses of these stones where they can help thee in the abyss. Yep, the evil's still in Britannia and all that. Yeah, we know what the Avatar is, the quest of the Avatar, etc. Evil Lords. The Evil Lords are Mondane, Minax, and Exodus. Killed those guys in the first 3 games. It tells you about the virtues, the Abyss. The Great Stygian Abyss is the darkest pocket of evil remaining in Britannia. In the deepest recesses of the Abyss is the Chamber of the Codex. Only one of the highest virtue may enter this chamber. One such as an Avatar with triple exclamation points. Mondane. Mondane is dead. Yay. Minax is dead. Exodus is dead. They're trying to Moonglow. Yeah, alright. I don't think I really need anything more. 3 principles are truth, love, and courage. Alright, so we're all healed up. Those are some nice looking numbers. Let's check my notes where I can buy a crossbow. Dupre just seems so useless in battle with the halberd. Looks like Jellum has... There's always room for Jellum as crossbows. There's possibly other places too that I didn't take note of. Alright, so where is that located? I don't know what the price is, unfortunately. Might not have enough. Everything's pretty expensive in this game. Where's my map? So Jellome is where? God, me and my small font. I still don't know what this thing is. You're Jellome on this island, so I'll need to find the ship again to get there. According to my notes, I parked a few ships somewhere. I have a boat near Scarabray and a boat in a small archipelago south of Spiritwood. So basically I have boats around here-ish. Alright, so I'm going to come back to that. For now, I'm going to... for now I'm going to do what I said about spirituality by going up here. But then when I come back, I can do a bunch of things at once. I can donate blood in Scarabray, find a boat, go to Jellome to buy a crossbow for Dupre. After I donate enough blood, hopefully I can find the Shrine of Sacrifice, which is where? The Shrine of Valor is here. Shrine of Honesty. Shrine of I have to go all the way back up here. Alright. Maybe I could do this a little more efficiently then. Yeah, usually I try not to worry too much about geographical efficiency, but it looks like I could go to Scarabray first, sacrifice a bunch of blood. Who knows how much I need to. Get a boat to... I'm going to need a boat to get there in the first place. I just see if I can find one first. Go to Jellome to buy a crossbow. Hopefully I can afford one. Come back up, get healed at Lord British, because I did donate a lot of blood. Go to... here, the Moon Gate, to go to the Spirituality Shrine, get that piece of the partial avatar. Go to the Shrine of Sacrifice and get that one too. That'll have got a lot of stuff going on. I've still got a lot of dungeon work to do. I've done very little of that, but we'll get there. All right, let's move out. I guess is it worth buying some food or something? I feel like you consume it so slow. You consume it both fast and slow. It's like while you're watching it, you go, oh, it's going down pretty fast, but you can seem to zip around the world pretty quickly. I guess I'm gonna buy a little bit at the town that's right next to this place. Which way do I go? You're not there. Right, give me some food, bro. Now, there are different costs for food. You could sort of min-max that if you're super careful. I guess Britain has 25 units for 40, whereas some of the other ones are cheaper. The cheapest one seems to be Scarabray for food. You know, if I'm heading there anyway, I'll just buy my food there. It's 25 units of food for 20. That seems like the best price ever. All right, so let's head over to Scarabray, get food there as well as part of our plan. I'm not going to run out of food before I get there, unless something goes horribly wrong. Pull up my map. You know, I go west, but yeah, I got to go like down around this mountain pass that we're going to hit in a moment. Oh, got some dragons coming. All right. Oh, gee, that's right. They can shoot you on the maps. Some things can do that. Might as well just engage them. Attack. Are these dragons or wyverns or what? I guess they're dragons. At least they all leveled up recently. Dragon heavily wounded right off the bat. Finish off this one. Critical. Finish it off. We want to get blasted as minimally as possible. There's going to be a lot of fire blasts coming our way. Mariah. How much damage did they do with the fire before? It shot us. It shook us up a bit. It didn't do a tremendous amount of damage though. Fortunately, they're dumb. A lot of these ranged weapon enemies will advance when they should really just be shooting. I don't know if I want to move Mariah up too much, because then she becomes the tank. Because It should be closest range. Right, 1 down, or 2 down actually. Get him, Mariah! How are we doing here? Barely wounded. Lightly wounded. Lightly wounded still. Heavily wounded. Let's get Mariah to finish it off. Kill the dragon with a sling. Dragon critical. Alright, that one's dead. Mariah's gonna finish off that one on the right. Might take several hits. She's not even hitting those, that's the problem. Get the dragon. Alright, critical now. Hopefully the hand-to-hand isn't brutal for her. She might want to step away. I'm gonna give it a hit. Let's just shoot this one. Maybe she should step away. Alright, the dragon's going after other people now. That's fine. I think the prey could actually... Honestly, it's not a bad thing if the prey gets some XP too. Yeah, sure, go for it. He missed though, okay. Get him, Mariah! Ah. Get him, Mariah! How am I holding up? I'm below. Okay, so I'm basically, since running into these dragons, I'm taking 100 damage. My guy, MarkW, that is. Alright, dragon's critical. Come on, one more sling hit should do it. Come on. Missed. Now I'm down like 150 already. I guess I should stop tanking this. Let's let somebody else eat some of it. Critical still. MarkW steps away. Yeah, Julia and Jana can tank for now. Jana's gonna move closer. Jeffrey can do a little bit of that tanking. Okay, the dragon is fleeing. Can't handle a sling. Scaredy cat. It's dead. Jen, open that. 32 sleep trap evaded as well. Oh my god. A bunch of liches and stuff. Alright. We're gonna earn our keep here. Yeah, these are wimpy skeletons. Again, we can make the lower level guys. And we should have Dupre try to get some XP. I'm gonna have Dupre and Mariah get the kills here. Okay, Dupre can do a 2-space attack with the halberd and misses. Can Mariah hit this one? I think so. Alright, skeleton's fleeing already though. Yeah, that's stupid. I'm gonna test it again. I think he can only hit exactly 2 spaces away. He always misses when I try 1 space away. It's pretty garbage, this halberd. I think it's cool in certain scenarios, very special use cases. It can be great because you attack over walls with it. But generally, I think it's garbage. Okay, the skeleton's fleeing in such a way that Dupre can kill it now. Yeah, that's cool. Too far away, I think, with a sling. Oh, I meant to move Dupre down. Oh well. Here, shoot it a little bit. I'm gonna let Jeffrey try to level up too. It's pathetic. Here, just kill this one. There we go. Now Dupre can attack this one. Missed again. Jeffrey, do something. Thank you. Mariah, do something. Jeffrey. Alright. Here comes the liches. Should I be scared? What's the... Is Dupre level 5 or 4? Or what? I think he's 5, right? Yeah, he's level 5. Alright. I guess we gotta deal with liches here. How much should I worry about them? That sounds scary, but they're probably not that bad. What do they shoot at me? Like, do I want to prepare an negate or something for them? Let's find the manual. Alright, here's our bestiary, the Lich. They look like floating skulls. The undead shade of a powerful wizard. Can still cast very powerful magic spells. I don't like that. The Lich is the most dangerous opponent, even under even favorable conditions. That's all it says. Well, I can either run for it or repair negates or just go for it. I'm gonna use negate. I don't know. What kind of spells do they cast? It's kind of important. You know what? I got some spells lined up too. Let's just do it. I attack the... Okay, they got a demon with them too. Lich lightly wounded. I'm not sure if I'm out of range or what. It's kind of my eternal problem. I'm gonna start using some spells, baby. Why don't we cast protection or magic missile? Or let's do magic missile. Alright. How are we doing here? Okay, MarkW started taking a bunch of hits, but they're not too damaging. They're slightly wounded. Dupre is picking his nose. Want to cast something? Dupre, do something useful. Magic missile. Lich fleeing, haha. Kill him, Jeffrey, yeah. Mariah, will cash. Maybe I shouldn't use so many spells. I mean, the magic missiles are plentiful and cheap, so that's fine. Shoot that demon, lightly wounded. Alright, Dupre's taking some hits. Blah, blah, blah. Shoot the demon. Demon's dead, nice. So I think they're just doing damaging attacks, which, you know, obviously you don't want to take damage, but I'd be more concerned if they're like putting us to sleep and shooting poison fields everywhere and all that nasty stuff. Lich barely wounded. Lich barely wounded. Lich lightly wounded. Critical. Finish him, Jeff. Nope. Okay, Mark killed the Lich. Oh, I'm firing my Albert. Lich fleeing. Kill the fleer. Still fleeing. Barely wounded. Killed. Barely wounded. Lightly wounded. Heavily wounded. Critical. Dead. Sling this one. No. Now that one's critical. Okay, we're gonna try to finish off the critical one with the sling. Lich heavily wounded. Jeffrey, shoot this one. Fling it to death. Yeah! Good job. Mariah, alright. Oh, you know what? It's unfortunate. I think the two chests appeared in one space. I think you can't actually... I think the second one wipes out the first. No, I'm wrong. Good. Glad I'm wrong. I don't know why I thought of that. Alright, got my two chests. Where were we here? Guess we're just heading west, basically. One sec. Where is this body of water? Okay, I see where I am. Yeah, I have to find exactly where I parked the boats, though. I also kind of have this fear I might have, like, not updated the notes. Like I say, boat near Scarabrae. Well, I guess what can I do but go there? Let's see what happens. Okay. Well, it's probably down. So Scarabrae is basically straight to my west. But there's this river that I have to go around if I did, you know, if I parked the boat on the other side of it. Alright, some orcs. Easy peasy orcs. What's that in the top left? A troll? They like to pair with the orcs. Troll fleeing. Let's kill it before it flees. Okay. Oh, it's shooting to prey. Let's give our slinger more peas. And our halberdier. Can he attack like this, Mr. Halberdier? Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, it can attack two spaces diagonally even. That's not bad. Okay, Mariah and Dupre are doing this one. Mark is fleeing. Catch up with him, please. Too far, I think. Miss. Alright, I'll just shoot him. Well, I mean, we're fine. We're not gonna get killed by the orcs. Just because they're getting close. Get him, dupe. Alright, that's barely wounded. Brave paladin with his heavy polearm is like just barely nicking an orc. That hits it. Orc fleeing, thank God. Okay, Dupre did something. Oh, these orcs are all fleeing now. Might as well finish them off with whoever can do it. Okay. Okay. More orcs coming right up. Okay. I kind of just want to tear through them right now. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, Dupre, get in a hit. Alright, misses. Pathetic. Has anybody ever played Ultima Online, by the way? Anybody in the chat? That was so popular for a while, but I don't hear anybody talking about it anymore. At least I don't know. Alright, this orc is running for his life. Let's see if we can... Dupre can't shoot him. Can anybody shoot him? Maybe Janet can get him. Nope. No, he's done. Acid trap. Oh, come on. These monsters just keep coming. Oops. Get him, Jeff. Yeah. At least we're getting money, right? This is a good way to get money and some XPs. Jeff reshoots a guy. Get back here, I'll bite your legs off. Alright, oh god, they keep coming. We got a headless. Can I please just go about my business in peace, guys? Headless fleeing. I'd be scared too if I had no head, I couldn't see what's going on, and suddenly all these crossbow bolts are shooting into my body. Alright, they were easy pickings. Alright, where the heck are we here? Oh, there's the boat. Oh, it's on the wrong side. How did I must have gone through a moon gate. Otherwise, it's like, how did I leave it there? There was a moon gate on that island. Alright, there is another ship down a bit according to my notes. In a small archipelago south of Spiritwood. I feel like since they say it's in a small archipelago, it might also be unavailable to me. I guess we'll find out. Well, I'll make sure I know where I'm going again. South of Spiritwood is, yeah, it's right down here. Alright. So there's like a peninsula, right? Then the archipelago is south of the peninsula. I'm using all those fancy words you learn in social studies, like peninsula and archipelago. Okay. Sea monsters, let's get away from them. I think they can shoot me, unfortunately. On the map. Might have to go toe-to-toe with them, actually. Alright. So the boat is... I can't reach either of these boats. How the heck did that one get there? Because I don't think there's a moon gate out of there. Like, how did they get left there? Maybe I died or something. See, I left... I'm right here, so it's like, how did I, Well, maybe I left when they took the other boat to Scarab Bray. Long story short, I can't actually get on these boats. So I have to buy one. I don't remember where you buy them. Well, I mean, I guess I could take a moon gate over to Scarab Bray. And that is a, first quarter moon. So I have all the destinations for each moon gate written out here. Should just draw the picture because I confuse myself with the waxing and waiting and all that stuff. But basically, I'm looking for first quarter as the destination. So I could take the full moon to there. Can I take this one here? This one is waxing gibbous. It doesn't take me to first quarter though. What takes me to first quarter? Full or third quarter? Okay. Where's the third quarter? Third quarter is here. Oh, okay. Okay. Back to buying a boat. Or I could walk off, readjust my plans again, go to here. Full moon can take you to here. All right, I guess I'm readjusting my plans here. Or where can I buy a boat? Let's see where you can buy boats. Can I buy one like right here at whatever this town is called? I feel like we could probably buy it anywhere that's on the sea, probably on the coast. I don't know for sure. All right, I'll try it since I'm not far. But first, I guess I should deal with this sea monster. Here we go. Oh, it's a squid, actually. I mean, I guess it's pretty obvious, but I thought it was called sea monster. I think there's both in this game. What did they shoot at me? They shoot something, right? Electrify. They shoot electric damage. Okay. Gotta be careful about those animals. I'm not sure if it was bad for my valor or something. Did I attack the fleeing one? It might not be that. It might be you just can't attack an animal on the map. You let them attack you. Alright, so what the heck am I doing? Going to that town. To maybe buy another boat. You know, I'm just gonna... You know, I keep changing my mind, but I wanted to go to this full moon area anyway. It makes my plan circuitous and I hate it, but... I wanted to hit up the Shrine of Sacrifice while there. So I don't know. Well, can I take this? You know, I should just draw the lines on the map. That'd be much easier than my text-based reference here. But this one is called Waning Crescent. That can go to full moon. Yeah, let's just do that. That sounds like fun. We're gonna go from here to here. And then from there, well first we're gonna do the while we're here, we're gonna do the spirituality shrine, get that partial avatar. Then we're gonna jump from here to here, do our blood donations and whatnot. Buy hopefully a crossbow and food at Scarab Ray. Said there was a crossbow there, right? And the cheap food. I don't have any notes that say the crossbow there, actually. Crossbow is at Jellum, right? I wanted to take the boat to Jellum to get the crossbow. Okay, fine. Ugh. How's my food doing? 118 is pretty good. And Dan Man says, I always wanted to play Ultima Online, but couldn't justify the monthly cost as a kid. Would have had to get my parents to pay for it. Maybe good that I didn't. How many years of my life would I have sunk into it? Yeah, that's kind of how it was for me with MMOs. I mean, I was I was an adult by the time, you know, World of Warcraft came out for sure. But I just played that for like a couple of months and I don't know, I didn't really get that into it somehow. But mostly I stayed away from MUDs and stuff. Like my brother was really into EverQuest, but I don't know, it was like 20 bucks a month or something. And I didn't even have a job back then. So it was kind of unappealing to me. You know, I was going to college at that point. We got a troll bridge. They're throwing rocks or something at us. It's too far away, I think it is by one. Now that troll's in range of Mariah and her sling. Missed. Maybe she's she might be away by one actually. Too far away by one. I'm actually having doubts now about whether the paladin can use a crossbow. You know, I'm just gonna wiki that. I don't really consider that a spoiler. I feel like I know it was written somewhere. Just want to know what my characters can use. Get this fleeing troll. Alright. pause for a moment. And Ultima IV Wiki weapons. Okay. So who can use crossbow? A paladin can use crossbow. That's all I needed to know. Oh, great, great. We'll arm him with a crossbow too. All right. So onward to the moon gate again. Hold on, what bridge am I looking at here? Oh, see, I don't know where I am. Okay, I think I'm still near Spiritwood. Where did I wind up here? Okay. Gotta go around this. Get to... Oh, I guess we're fighting again. The prey's taking such a beating still. I keep moving him up, so he can hopefully get in some hits, but everybody shoots him. Oops. Now I'm gonna get healed. I'm gonna get healed up by Lord British again. I know sometimes it's a little tedious, but. Alright, do your thing. Pray. Me hit with halberd. I didn't kill him. Oh well, somebody else can finish him. Maybe Mariah will go for it. Go, Mariah! Yeah! Uh-oh, bomb trap. Everybody took a little damage, it looks like. It was not a very damaging bomb. Do. Wasn't there some famous story about on Ultima Online, like people figured out how to kill Lord British or something like that when it wasn't supposed to be possible? I remember hearing something about that. Oh my god, the prey sucks so hard. Oops. Fleeing this one. There we go again. Alright, we're gonna do a quick heal. Then we're gonna wait for the moon gate. Still gotta get food and all that. We'll make it happen. I'm getting the food at Scarabray, remember? I feel like just running through the castle though, you consume so much food. Thank you. Because, you know, the scale doesn't change like it should. Like, I'm running around the map. You think each square on the map, the overworld, represents a lot greater of a distance than just running through the castle, but it doesn't. The amount of space that I'm moving here, I can, like, pretty much run across the whole world. By the time, you know, not the whole world, but, you know, a good chunk of it. Anyway, let's find this gate, which is right about here, and we're looking for the destination to be the full moon. The first one is the I never remember these damn moon phase names. No, but it's the tiny sliver on the left side, basically. That is the waning crescent. want to go from waning crescent to full moon. Forget which exact space it's going to be on, but it should be right about here. I guess I can hit the pause button if I'm a little confused. Because even though in the menu everything keeps going, like the phases keep going, you can actually hit pause now. Oh, yeah, I should see it like right now, actually. Where is it? There it is. We want one more phase on the right, which would be the full moon. There we go. All right. So now I have to wait. Let me just think here. Full moon to full moon. Then we can meditate. Get our partial avatarhood in spirituality. Then we can take this gate back over to Scarabray after that. All right, so I'm gonna sit here and dance around or something. It's so weird how I'm not actually wasting turns, and all the phases are still progressing. That just blows my mind somehow. Okay, getting close. We're one phase away on the left moon, and the next one should be it. There we go. So you want to get it right there. All right, here we are in the shrine now. Let me look up the mantra I have to say. It is Om. Now, you can go in different numbers of cycles, but the problem is for this one, I did one cycle. The point is, if I want to keep going through different numbers of cycles to get all the messages, I'll have to kind of wait for the gates to realign again. It's not really that hard to do, actually, so I guess I could do that. But I have the one cycle note so far, which is seek ye to know thyself. Visit the seer, for you can see into thy inner being. Most of the tips aren't really that useful, I don't think, though. I'm just kind of reviewing the other ones. All right, let's just do the 3 cycles. Maybe I'll come back and do the 2 cycle as well. Anyway, we're doing spirituality. 3 cycles. Begin meditation. Let's say Om. 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 Now let's achieve partial avatar in the virtue of spirituality, baby. We got this vision granted now. Taking my screenshot. Let's pause. I'm wondering why I only have 2 of those from before. I guess maybe not all of them give you a vision, or was I just sloppy about keeping track of them? I have the justice symbol and the compassion symbol. And now this should, I guess, be the spirituality symbol. So let me just save that in my directory where I have these things. Bear with me a second. All right, got that up arrow. So I can probably hop back in again if I want to do this 2 cycle thing real quick. Let's try it. Okay. So I can get the second. Well, the third, it didn't give me a message, did it? That's fine. Dan says if you're eating while meditating, would you chant nom nom instead? Yeah, there you go. Oh, you're still wary from the last meditation. All right, I forgot that's how it works. Okay, that's fine. Again, the tips you seem to get here aren't that great anyway. Maybe some of them actually are. You look at this compassion one here. It says, Light the candle of love at the entrance to the great Stygian abyss. I feel like I should not neglect any of these games if I'm gonna any of these messages if I'm gonna play it straight. But I forget how long it takes before you to be able to go again. All right. Anyway, let's see what I need to jump over to Scarabray. I think I need that sort of half moon thing, which is actually called a quarter phase. Yeah, I need the half moon where it's, I guess it's the next one coming up. It's got to be like this. This is the gibbous, which is one, it's a little bit too fat. So we just need the next one. Then we'll jump in to go to Scarabray. Let's unpause. In we go. All right, now we're at Scarabray. We can pick up the ship. At Scarabray itself, I can load up on the cheapest food available. I really don't need to talk to these people because I already explored it all. Oh, here's the Shamino. He's the guy who joins you. Will he join me now? Yeah, I just got him. I don't know what I was missing before. Maybe just I wasn't doing well enough in... Actually, I don't know. What did you... Oh, you know what it is? I'm just remembering now. For each successive person you want to recruit, regardless of their class or whatever, you need to be one level higher. So I just leveled up to level 7. And now I'm able to get Shamino where I wasn't able to get him before. I think that's the case. I think that's how it works. He's only level 2 right now, so we got to level him up. And get him equipment. Expensive equipment. But yeah, so now I think I need one more level to get the final person, which is Katrina the Shepherd. So cool, we got another person. But yeah, we're only here really, well, that was good that I found him. But otherwise, I'm just here for the cheap food, right? Oh yeah, the healer you can donate blood to as well, of course. That's kind of important. The inn, food for thought. That's funny. I thought I was going to say the food trough for a second. All right, this is the cheapest food in the land. 25 for 20 gold. In Britain, which is a town right near the castle, it's 25 for 40. So how many fat packs of 25? Let's go for get 5 of them. Food doesn't rot in this game. Okay, so next up we're gonna find the healer. Give a lot of blood. Where the heck is the healer? Poor Shamino's only level 2. Gotta let him get kills. We gotta get him some weapons, of course. And armor. I gotta see what he can use as a ranger. Herbs. Oh, are these reagents? I should probably take note of this. This is probably good to know. You know what? I'm remembering again. I had this manual and it actually listed all of the reagents that were available in different towns and everything. It was like... It was the Sega Master Manual, but not the one I just pulled up that had like these multiple translations and that had like no info in it. Let me just look for that again. That was a more useful one I found before. Maybe this one's it. Let's see. Oh, no, I don't want this one. I don't know. It's hard to know what exactly I should even be searching for. I don't know. Maybe I'm just misremembering. I don't know. Or maybe I was looking up that stuff in the wiki, although I'm trying not to use it. swear though I had him. The real manual. Oh, I think I just got it. It was actually the back side of the map is this PDF. Here we go. Okay. This is nice. This is what I wanted. It tells you the price of the armor and weapons and who can use what. Reagent price. Yeah, reagent prices are different in every town. This is why I was not tracking it myself. I figure it's already given info. There's no reason I should track it myself. I just scroll this stupid thing. There we go. Alright, so what's cheap to buy in Scarabrae while I'm here, reagent-wise, I guess? Blood moss is cheapest here. Black pearl, meh. Garlic is very pricey here for some reason. So the sulfurous ash, the ginseng, and blood moss. I guess if I just want to stock up just because I'm here, I might as well get those three things. Alright. But I also need to get a crossbow for Mr. Paladin here because that halberd just sucks. And I need to equip Shimino the Ranger. This costs 600 for the crossbow. Ouch. I have to equip him with something. I can sell the halberd. What do I get? Half back or something like that? Let me check something quick. I feel like at some point I might have purposely swapped out the halberd for some reason. I just can't remember why. Maybe it was useful in like some dungeon fights or something. So anyway, I wonder if I actually have a crossbow in my inventory. Like you can have items that are not equipped by anybody. I need to do is use equipment. No, that's not what I want. Ready. Weapon for Dupre. Okay, I don't have anything backed up. I don't have anything in the communal inventory, I guess you could say. What about armor, though? Just to check. Same thing. Alright, so we're going to get Dupre a crossbow, but while we're here, we'll get some of these reagents that are cheap here. Might as well max out on them, I guess. Well, we'll see how much it's going to cost. I want to keep, yeah. I need more money. That's what I need. I want to spend 600 on the crossbow for Dupre. I think I can sell this halberd for maybe 175, and I have to get something for Shimino. And Shimino can use, by the way, I think pretty much everything. No, actually, not quite. Armor-wise, you can only use leather. At least that's cheap. But weapon-wise, yeah, you can use crossbow. Alright, so I'm gonna need to buy 2 crossbows. I need to take a quick break to use the facilities. Yeah, just enjoy this lovely music, and I'll be right back. I'll probably play for another half hour or so. Then I gotta call it a night. So I'll see you guys. I guess it's just you guys, Dan and Eric. I'll see you guys in a moment. I can't find my cam to hide. There we go. I'm back. All right. I'm chanting nom nom. That's still funny. Yeah, so I was thinking, you know, we have deep thoughts while we're in the bathroom. I don't know how many reagents I want to buy because I need the money to outfit people, but I might just need to grind a bit. That's what I'm thinking. Grind for money. I wonder if that poster thing mentions. No, the prices for weapon and armor don't vary per town. It looks like, so there's no like concept of buying, you know, stuff in the right town to get a better deal. The magic plate, when I go to Jellum to get the crossbow, magic plate would be lovely to afford, or magic chainmail, but those are, the magic chain is 4,000 gold and the magic plate is 7,000. So that sucks. I'm not gonna be able to afford those anytime soon, unless I just seriously grind for hours or something. I mean, I guess probably with dungeon loot I can do that. Sometimes you get a lot of loot in a dungeon. But let's see what Shimino actually has. I think that everybody tends to start with like a dagger and cloth, but let me just verify that. So Shimino has a sword and leather. Okay, he's got his best best armor already, so that's good. I don't have to worry about buying him leather. But yeah, we don't want him to use a sword. All right. So we'll try to spend 1,200 on 2 crossbows basically, and I'll sell the halberd. I keep thinking there's some like dungeon battles where it's very useful to have a halberd. Maybe I just want to hold on to that one and I can always swap out. But unfortunately that means I'll need to grind a little more to get to 1,200 gold. And also I'm going to buy some reagents now, the ones that are cheap while I'm here. So yeah, some grinding is in my future. All right, that's all right. Then we can do a little bit of that once in a while. But how much do I have of the stuff that's cheap here? I feel like I probably have a ton of sulfurous ash already anyway. How do you just see the... Right, I guess you got to do it like this, right? All right, so if I bought 44 sulfurous ash to max out, that would cost me 88. And the ginseng, I'm already maxed out at. The other cheap thing, the blood moss, I can buy a lot of that, but if they're really poor. Now I'm starting to think I should get into what spells could I actually build up with the blood moss that I actually want to get that much. I can cast Blink, Ice Ball. We want to look at letter E on this chart here for what spells use blood moss. Why did it do this? Stupid. So E, you can get Blink. Blink, Open. I don't know if it's worth it. Tremor. Oh, Tremor's good. I should probably actually remember that one. I also need H though, which is Mandrake root. Okay. Exit. Does exit just make you exit the dungeon? It might. Up and down spells. Alright, those are good. Yeah, I'm gonna load up on a lot of spells before I hit the dungeon. For now though, maybe I don't really need blood moss desperately though. I don't know. Let's just buy some. The sulfurous ash seems to be very useful and it's very cheap. I'll buy sulfurous ash to start. Sulfur ash. Can I only choose up to 9? Only 9 at a time. Oh no. So I'll get 44. And I can totally choose to rob her. I can pay 1. I'm gonna lose my. I would just right away. I would lose my partial avatar hood and honesty. It would say thou hast lost an 8th. We don't want that to happen. 88 is the cost of paying 88. Okay, very good. I guess I'll buy some of the Blood moss. What do I want to buy? Maybe 20. What is it going to cost? 4 each for another 80? Or I can go 22 for another 88 exactly. Okay, we'll go with 80. Fine. Alright, no. Perhaps another time then, and slowly turns away. Okay, so we want to find the blood donation place. Where's the healer? I will give you my blood, wherever you are, healer. That's the exit. Is it in here, maybe? No. I'm getting lost in a very small and stupid town. There we go. Mystic healer. Alright, so I will donate blood. And I don't know how this works in terms of how much blood I donate to beef up my sacrifice stat. But I can give it a lot of it. I think it can only come from my guy, MarkW. Which is fine, I have a lot of hit points. I can always cast heal once or twice if necessary. I'll just go with it. Talk down. Welcome to the Mystic Heal. Are you in need of help? No. They're willing to give 100 points of thy blood to aid others. Yes. Thou art a great help. We are in dire need. May thy life be guarded by the powers of good. Yeah, I don't know how many times I need to do this. And could I just like camp out outside and heal up fully? Does the camp out actually heal you fully, or I think only partially? Alright. So the question is, do I want to go like all the way down to 100? That might be risky. I'd have to cast some heals, but I'll go down to 200. Still a little bit risky, but it's fine. Oops, I don't want to heal. I could just pay them for healing right here. Like it's like almost like just paying money for the sacrifice points instead of life. I don't know how expensive the healing is though, but for now I'm gonna keep donating my blood. Oh, I did it wrong. Am I not? They didn't prompt me anymore. Am I just too weak at this point? Yeah, they don't prompt me anymore. Either I'm maxed out of sacrifice. I don't think it works like that, or I'm just too low on hit points for them to even ask. I think it's the latter. Let me see how camping outside will heal me. I never bothered to do that. I guess I could just mosey over to Lord British without too much difficulty. That's what Dan is asking me. That's a good point, Dan. It's not that far, really. I mean, just going to Scarabray to Lord British right here. I was hoping to go to Jelom next. I figured maybe I'd have to do some fighting, possibly. But it's a good idea. And then I'll know for sure if I'm good on sacrifice. I can go to this. I can stop at the seer quick. So let's just do that. And we can get this boat on the right side of the coast. Here comes some terrible orcs. Alright, we're doing our... They're trying to board me like pirates. Look at them. So you can't shoot over the walls. It's a little bit cramped. I don't think I can shoot over the posts either. Hey, there's Shimino at the bottom. That's cool. Hello, Shimino. To prey using his halberd. Alright, he killed somebody with it. Shimino just got a sword. We're not going to bother letting him get engaged in battle with a sword. I do kind of wish they really they did encourage some value to melee. Like maybe if somebody's next to you, you can't even do a missile attack. Or that melee is just that much better, but it has a limitation of you have to be next to the opponent. Also be nice if you can swap. I think you can actually swap. Yeah, you can swap weapon mid. You can do it mid combat. That would be cool if it gave you like, you know, sort of an incentive to swap out more often. I think there might be the halberd incentive still. Still think that might be a thing for some layouts. So I am gonna keep that halberd, I think. W's getting beat up. I just gave blood. I'm supposed to be resting, and you orcs are attacking me rudely. Wait, I can shoot over it? It looks like I am shooting over the walls of the ship. I thought I couldn't. Oh, look at that. I guess I was wrong. I have to disembark to get the chest. How do we do this? Press B. Okay. Okay, I mean, I guess I can just walk to Lord British from here. I don't know, I'm still having trouble with navigation here. Right, I'm on the south side of this river. Alright, the orcs caught up with me again. Gotta go kill him, Shimino. Should I have Shimino carve him up with a sword? Nah, it's too risky. Shoot him, shoot him, shoot him. Go get him to pray. Orc fleeing. Shoot the fleer. No. Alright, the halberd works there. That's cool. Done. It's kind of good that I'm getting involved in these battles. I need the money. Oh, demons and mages. Oh boy. Alright, we can do this though. Oops. Shoot. Should be wasting my attacks like that. Demon is fleeing. Ha, chicken. Get back here. It's funny how there's like no single monster. Well, I guess there's some, but most of the monsters in this game are, even the toughest ones don't seem overwhelming. But sometimes in great numbers, if they have a special thing like those Reapers, putting me all to sleep and everything, then sure, they're very nasty. But I feel like almost everything else, if it just deals like damage, it's like they just grind you down over many battles in large numbers. But there's no like, oh my god, it's a dragon. It's more like, oh, there's 12 dragons. All right, they did some decent damage to me because there's 12 of them, and they gotten a lot of attacks. But well, yeah, it's mostly like there's no like huge bossy types mostly. Shimino's gonna pick his nose a little bit. Demon's dead, get some more money. Evaded an acid trap. One interesting thing about the money you get as loot. I'm not saying this is good or bad, but it doesn't scale at all with the difficulty of the battle. It's every treasure chest is, I think, a random number between 1 and 99 gold. That's just it. Doesn't matter how many monsters or difficulty. It might not be exactly between 1 and 99. I don't think I've ever seen 1, but it's something like that. It might be between 10 and 99. So honestly, if you want to grind for money, the easy fights against orcs and crap are very lovely. Mage critical. Mage barely wounded. Mage barely wounded. And Mariah's gonna get him with her sling. Go get her, Mariah. Can you reach? I think you need to be one closer, right? Yeah. Now Mariah's gonna finish him off. Haha! Heavily wounded. Critical. Ooh, blasted Mariah. Okay. Man, can't hit him. Alright. Get him, Mariah! Yeah, he's fleeing. But shooting Mariah still. Thank you. 20 gold. Alright, not much, but okay. Some more orcs, okay. Okay. So want to get? Let's see if Shimino can handle a couple of them. It's all gonna be right now. It's Shimino and Mariah, maybe Dupre doing a little bit. If he gets into any trouble, I'll just have other people shoot him. Shoot the enemies, that is, not Shimino. Maybe Mariah can soften up this guy who's about to approach Shimino. Lightly wounded. Maybe soften him up again. Lightly wounded. Alright, go get him with your sword, Shimino. Hey, killed him. Cool. Shimino got his first kill. Mariah attacks an orc. Barely wounded. Shimino attacks an orc. Oops, I hit the wrong one. Shit. It shouldn't let you... Okay. I accidentally attacked somebody from a distance with the sword. So it's just like, oh, you can't do that. How about I didn't throw their sword? No, I didn't throw their... I think with a dagger you can accidentally throw it. I still have the sword instead, so no worries there. Mio's gonna kill some orcs. Already got another one. Good job, Shammy. I'm gonna call him Shammy from now on. Got a fleer. Yeah, let's let Dupre kill him with a halberd. Boom. Shimino finishes him. Yeah, good shot. Over to Lord British again. Let's check the seer first. Well, it's right here. Make sure we're ready to go in sacrifice. Oh, he won't. I won't talk until MarkW wakes up from the sleep effect. Okay, pass. I'm the avatar guy. Wake up! It still says S. Come on. I'm passing only through. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's check out sacrifice. Seek now. Wait, hold on. Thou art giving in good. Thy self-sacrifice is great. Seek now elevation. Go to the shrine and meditate. Alright, we can do it. We gave enough blood. So let's take note of that. Even though I plan to do that right away, basically. Searching my notes here. Ready to meditate for all virtues. We got spirituality. Let me cross that off. So we have to do this guy and humility still. sacrifice and humility. Just maintaining my notes here. Sorry. Having trouble with something stupid. That I have my same hotkey for strike through in a Google Doc mapped to my drawing, clearing my drawing tool nonsense. It's so stupid. Anyway, I managed one way or another. All right, so bridge to the right of British. What are you saying, Dan? Could use the blink spell. Oh, yeah. How does blink work? Is that, I should look that up. I forget if it's only in combat or not. And Dan says, sitting on the bridge, passing time until attacked by a bridge troll is a good way to farm gold. I always drop chest. That's a good point. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, for now, let's get healed up. And do our thing. Then what's that? We're gonna continue going back to Jellome. Dun, dun, dun. Get those crossbows. I gave you too much blood. Heal me. Thank you. I wonder if people are good at speedrunning this game. Probably somebody who beats the game in like 45 minutes. Alright. We'll head back to the... okay. What is brigands? Or something. Rogues, okay. I just really want to get crossbows so bad. What I'm thinking of next time is perhaps next time we'll get ready to raid the dungeons. I don't know if I'm gonna get humility tonight, but I should be able to get sacrifice. So I'm pretty much about to do it. I'm gonna get basically my goal for tonight. It's almost bedtime. Is get crossbows for my ranger and Dupree, and I will get the sacrifice partial avatar hood, and then I'll call it a night, I guess. We'll get him to pray. Ah, missed. Loser. Okay, yeah, so you're just... I guess I could do a little bit of that. Let me think about it. I mean, right now I just want to get 1,200 to get the 2 crossbows. But I could go That's gonna take a long time. I could go crazy and try to get like the magic plate armor and stuff. I'm not gonna do that. At least not for now. It's a good idea though. I mean, it's an old school RPG. Sometimes you just have to do some of that. I'm kind of hoping though, once I get into raiding the dungeons, I'll just acquire so much wealth that way. Crossbow has such good range. Can't wait till I get to the magic wands eventually, though. As much as I want to sort of balance the levels, spread the experience around, I can't get the last character until MarkW gains another level, so it's always worthwhile for MarkW to gain experience, is what I'm getting at. Acid trap. Alright, the burned mark. So we're gonna head back to Scarabray. What the heck bridge is this? Oh, this is by Pause, in the town of Pause. I think that's where I'm at. Okay, gotta go down. Excuse me. Excuse me. Go get him, Jeff. Jeffrey missed. Go get him. Let's let Shamino get the kill. Go, Shamino. Somebody can soften him up a little. Maybe Mariah can be the softener, so we don't overkill him or accidentally kill him. More like. Okay, Mariah fires the sling and misses. Mariah fired the sling and lightly wounds him. Shamino stabs him and lightly wounded. Lightly wounded still. Alright, Shamino finished the job. Got his 4 XP. 76 gold, not bad. Why did I feel like I went a stupid way here somehow. Jeez. One single skeleton, okay. This is where the halberd shines. Let's try this for the fun of it. Because you can do this. Well, I'm not in an optimal place because the skeleton's gonna move, but I can attack him across that impassable rocky square. So I can do this even too, like that. That's pretty cool. But that shouldn't be your normal thing. That's like your backup for special screens. What am I doing here? Where am I? Oh, I'm down by the archipelago area. Okay, we gotta go northwest. Go faster in the forest compared to the rocky areas. I got some mages. Okay. Stop shooting us. Taking so much damage. There we go. Heavily wounded. Excuse me. And he's dead. I knew it. I called it ahead of time. Alright, we should be getting close. Here we go. Alright, so the plan is I'm done with Scarabray. I'm going to just take the boat down to Jilom. Just need to go east a little bit. this right? Hope it is. Oh, there's my other boat. Okay. Oh, I gotta go south quite a bit more. Uh-oh. How do I fire? There's a way to fire. Attack. There we go. I shot them, softened them up a bit. These are Nixies. Not Pixies. What is that thing? Oh, a seahorse. Okay. Not a seahorse. Nixie lightly wounded. Nixie fleeing. Nixie dead. Let the seahorse flee. Bye-bye, seahorse. Are you gonna flee or what? You're not actually fleeing. Okay, I guess I have to kill you. Please tell me this is not dishonorable. Okay. Alright, there's some marsh. How do we want to get to Jello? There's always room for Jello. Joe never gets tired. So it looks like the second island is the one I want, not the first one. AE this one. Is there a path that doesn't involve trudging through the marsh? Here we go. Okay. That's the Valor Shrine, which you've already done. Alright, so we're here for crossbows. We got enough money from accidental combat. Is there anything else I can get while I'm here? I mean, I'm gonna be pretty much broke though. What do you got to say, Dan? Do you have any qualms about exploiting bugs or glitches in the game as an advantage, or do you consider it cheating? There's some interesting ones. I'm not sure if all work on the SMS version. The chest on the swamp tile is one of those. Yeah, I know of the chest on the swamp tile, so I'll roll with that one if it comes up. But otherwise, yeah, I don't want to get into exploits really. I don't know why that one. I just because I already know about it. What the heck am I doing? I want to buy weapons and armor. Here we go. Mostly just the crossbows. So we'll go to weaponry. I want to buy crossbows, please. Made by Ultima the Bard. That's funny. The finest in the world. Yeah, I'll take one. I will take two, actually. Yeah. A fine choice. Anything else? No. Alright. Dupre's got a crossbow on. I'm going to keep, again, his halberd as a just-in-case thing. And now we're going to ready Shimino crossbow. We could sell his sword. We don't need his sword anymore. Sell the sword. Is only... Oh, it's worth 150. That's pretty good. Yeah, I'll take that. Alright, so I got 352. They have crazy cool armor here that I can't afford. Look at that stuff. Oh. What are you trying to pull? You can't pay. Oh, just tell me the price. I thought if I selected you, at least tell me the price. Let's pause for a sec. What do I want to do next? So all these armors are totally out of my price range. Plate is 2,000 even. Plate is usable by a Tinker, Paladin, and Fighter, but I just can't afford it. Magic plate only is Paladin. He'll be a really good tank eventually with that, I think. Magic chain, the Fighter can have that. And the Tinker can have regular plate. Alright, so... Yeah, I'm thinking after dungeon raids I can do a big, perhaps, armor upgrade. But for now, you know, before we end the stream tonight, I'm just going to get the sacrifice partial avatar hood. So where do I even go for that? I think I was looking at it before. Is it northeast? That's the one that's way northeast, right? Yeah, Shrine of Sacrifice. All right, so I guess over to the Moon Gates again. I'm going to head up north on the boat to, well, where do I want to put my boat? I kind of like the idea of having it parked near Scarabray. I could just park it by the castle. I have to go like the long way around and everything though. I'm gonna park it by Scarabray. I just kind of find that cozy. It's a cozy feeling for me. So I'm gonna park that by Scarabray on the mainland coast, however, and then go over to the Moongate at Castle Britannia. I could even get heal while I'm there again. What does Dupre have for armor? I feel like he's always getting owned. I mean, I guess it's the fact that I'm advancing him for melee, and he doesn't have, probably doesn't have fantastic armor. But I don't know if it's necessarily terrible. He has chain. Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, oh, Julia already had plate mail. Look at that. That's fantastic. Okay, that's the best you can get. All right. Yeah, so I guess I'll stop by Lord British again. Is there anything else at Jellum? I'll check my notes. Anything else worth looking at here? I think it's pretty much just the place to get the really good weapon and armor, basically. Yeah, that's pretty much it. At this point, anyway. All right. So we're gonna get out of here. Stop by Lord British once again. Wait, I'm supposed to go left, right? Oh no. Where's the exit? Oh. All right. So yeah, Lord British. We're gonna park the boat. Scarabrayish area again. Head over to get our virtue in sacrifice. I should take my own advice that I often say about the NetHack game. Don't mash the button too much with your movement. This is not, I guess we're on the mainland here, right? We want to get to Scarabray though. That's it. So we're gonna park it over here. Seems good. And walk on over. I guess I could try a blink spell, see if it works here. Well, let's check the manual quick. I mean, I don't know if it's worth spending it, even if it does work on this map, but it would be good to know if it works in just battle or what. Here's the spell book. B is for blink. No, A is for wait. B is for blank. Well, I guess going by the picture here, it does look like it's for fast travel. Many are the occasions that the thaumaturge needs to be elsewhere in very short order and finds that neither horse nor ship nor any other conventional form of travel is of sufficient promptness for the situation. Magical means of travel must then be used, which the blink spell is the most common. The spell disassembles the mage and companions and reassembles them at a spot many leagues distant in any chosen direction. There are means of travel that cover far greater distances than the blink, but they are far more costly and have other limitations which we shall examine later in this tome, like the moon gates, I guess. The blink can only move the party distances perceptible to the mind of a common person. The components are blah blah blah. Alright, yeah, I'm not exactly sure how far it takes you. But I'm like almost there at this point. I guess I could try it for I don't know what to try for, quite honestly. Hello, guys. We gotta go up. One single headless. It's free money. Bomb trap. 51 gold. One single mage. Cool. This is great for my bank account. Oh yeah, Dupre can shoot now. And Shimino. Alright, that's cool to see. $63 gold. Hey, some pythons, I believe. Oh, they shoot poison, they're annoying. If I recall correctly. I'll leave the fleeing ones alone. Killed that guy. Go get him, Shimino. What's that, a rat in the top right? There's a single rat hanging out with a mob of pythons. Can I hit it? No. Let's hit the rat. I missed the rat. Let's let Shimino get a kill. He's really got to get a level. He might actually get a level already. Oh, we got 2 poisons here. Maybe I shouldn't fool around with it. Well, yeah, I mean, we got a lot of cures, but still, it's kind of expensive. Just shoot to kill. No fooling around. Alright, that one's fleeing though, so we can leave it alone. There we go. Alright, yeah, let's just cast Cure, I guess. You don't get cured by Lord British, if I recall correctly. You can pay for a cure at those healers. But really, this is the most cost-effective way, if I recall correctly. A lot of if I recall correctly here. Alright, so Lord British again. Jump to the moon gate. Can I just blink through Lord British again? That would save on some food. Alright, keep opening that door, jeez. Come on. I'm getting so frustrated. Oh, come on. Speaking of which. Hello? Yeah, nobody's leveling up. Okay, that's fine. Bye. Can you see how much, how close they are to leveling up? Let's see. If we look at Shimino, he's EXP 176. I don't know what you need to level up, though. Dan says, AI says, blink moves you approximately 20 spaces in a direction you are facing before hitting an obstacle or a first valid tile after an obstacle. Spell will fizzle if landing spot is invalid. Alright, that could be useful. I feel like I might need to restock on food again already. Let's wait for the moon gate. And let's pause for a second as well. We want to go to, so the last thing we're doing, we're going to go to that full moon again. So we were looking for sliver on the left, going to a full like that. And we can wait here and not consume food. So strange. That is like multiple concepts of time in this game. Running through Lord British's castle, I'm eating a lot of food because I'm moving so many squares. Sitting here doing nothing, I'm good. Watching the moon phases pass. Alright, over here now. We're gonna go head over to the Shrine of Sacrifice. Actually, I'm looking at the map now. I'm wondering if I made an error here. Is there an impassable mountain pass here? I have to go like... Oh, there might be a way through. Either that or you have to take the boat. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. If I have to take boat, I guess I can go back to Scarabray and cheese. Oh, it's probably not actually that long to do because you can go around the world. I would just go like this. Probably not that long of a trip, but let's see if I can just walk. body of water. There's a bridge. Let's see where that is in the map. Ah, there's a little pass here. Okay, that's cool. Okay, we should be almost at the shrine, but there's lava lizards bothering me. Oh, don't shoot me. Just fight if you're gonna do that crap. Take that Hydra. Heavily wounded Hydra. Dupre is back in action. He can actually be useful again. Hooray. I think she's out of line. Oh, she's out of range too. These lava lizards are just making lava fields in a very useless place. He's hiding behind the rock. Get out of there, Jerko. What are you doing? He's actually like digging himself in there pretty good. He's behind a rock, putting lava fields around him. Nothing you can do about it though, bro. I'm gonna get you. Oh, well, he managed to do some damage to Janet there, I guess. Janet gonna get you, man. Barely wounded. Dupre, lightly wounded. Julia, miss. Jeffrey, heavily wounded. You can't attack. Okay. Should we fight some Nixies just because they're here? Alright, let's go Nixies. Nixie fleeing. Let's finish this one off. Shamino, let's do some damage, Shamino. Alright, Shamino got some points. Cool. No money from that. That's the problem with the sea monsters, they don't leave chests. Where the heck are they going? Yeah, this way. Shrine of Sacrifice should be right past this. Right past this little river. Oh no, what were these? Zorns? Where are Zorns outside of a dungeon? Oh crap, what is that thing? A beholder-like thing? Let me pause for a second. I forget what they do, and should I be really scared or just... Probably not, honestly, but... I want to remind myself what the heck those things are. Okay. Oh, there we have it. On that page is a gazer. These hypnotic creatures snare their prey by putting them to sleep. The deep forests are the favorite habitat of these evil floating eyes. All right, we don't want them putting us to sleep. Let's take them out. Some of these Zorns might be in the way, but we'll try to get them. Alright, heavily wounded already. That's good. Now, Dupre has a clear line of sight for sure. Get him, Dupre. Ah, you're always disappointing me, Dupre. Miss. Miss. Go get him, Jeffrey. Oh. Shamino, you're our only hope. Yes, alright. Well. Fortunately, again, a lot of the ranged weapon guys in this game are so stupid, they'll reposition themselves advanced when they really shouldn't be. That would actually make for a more interesting, I feel like I come up with my own personal modification I'd like to make to this game. Make melee more useful. Make some of these enemies a little smarter, especially if they have ranged weapons. Don't make them total idiots. A lot of them are just better off just sitting back and shooting their powerful ranged attacks, but they don't really seem to want to do that. A lot of missing happening. I guess these Zorns are very high in defense or whatnot. Gazer is fleeing. That's nice. That Zorn is dead. Alright, MarkW killed the Gazer and gained 16 XP. Zorn fleeing. The Zorns each give 16 XP. That's pretty nice. Let's let Mariah try to get this one. Nah, miss. Shamino, you get that one. Heavily wounded. Zorn critical. Dupre misses again, because that's what he does. We got 2 critical Zorns. Let's take out this one. Miss. Take out this one. Fleeing. Mariah, get him. Critical. Shamino, get him. Missed. I'm leaving the one on the lower right to Mariah or Shamino, whoever can hit him first. Get him, Mariah? No. Shamino, get him. Didn't kill him. Okay. Do your thing. Mariah. Get it, get it, get it. Ah. They've been critical throughout multiple hits. The slings just don't do a lot of damage. Get it, Mariah. Oh, still stuck at critical. Alright, Shamino finished it off. A lot of missing. Wow, these Zorns must have really good defense. I already said that, I guess, but very impressive. Oh, bomb trap again. Where were we on this map? So it looks like, I mean, I guess this lakey thing is just this here. I don't know precisely where the shrine is, but it's around. Alright, let's just go. How's my food? 88? Hold on, this is looking more like a coast or something, or something not what I'm expecting. Let's just go around a bit. Maybe it's fine. This is the village of Vesper down here, I think. Which means I went too far southwest. I don't know where I am. Okay. I think where I am actually is... I think I might be right here. Like right up here. Where see that branching river thingy is. So I want to go southwest, I guess. I don't know, it's a little bit hard to tell exactly where you are sometimes. The funny thing is they don't really show forests very well on the map, or maybe I'm just not really seeing it. Yeah, here we go. I think we're close to the shrine now. Troll fleeing already? Shamino. Yeah, there's a shrine. Okay. I think you have to walk through marshes. It's sacrifice, right? No, you don't have to. Okay. All right. Pause for a sec. This is the last thing we're doing tonight. Let me just make sure I got everything straight here. Sacrifice. You want to say Ka, C-A-H. And I already have the 3 cycles tip noted here about giving your blood. But I have to do 3 cycles in order to gain the partial avatar hood, so I'm going to do that again. All right. That's pretty much it. Let's go. On what virtue dost thou meditate? It's kind of funny because they tell you it's a shrine of sacrifice. So why would you pick anything else? 3 cycles. Alright. Thou hast achieved partial avatar hood in the virtue of sacrifice. And we got that cactus looking guy again, but I think it's angled a little differently. Granted a vision. Get my screenshot going. Get it renamed. What was that sacrifice symbol? Alright, cool. Alright, I guess I can just call it right here. That might be the right time to do it. It is 12. How did it get to be 12:49 here? I thought it was more like 12:30. That's fine though. Yeah, that's that. How do I properly save? I don't recall. Go to camp. Save. There we go. All right, so let's put that there. We're at 45,760 moves. Level 7. Got 7 out of 7 characters and 7 out of 7 out of 8 characters and 7 out of 8 avatar hood thingies. So we need humility still is all. The ankle looks like we have the full thing, honestly. Maybe there's just a little bit of an additional stem to the bottom or something like that. But yeah, the seer did say we still need humility, right? I believe they said. So next time, what do? I guess we need some food. I guess I'll write my notes for what to do. I want to make sure I don't run out of food. That's always good. I should update all my notes here. Have all but humility. With Mandrake that has been acquired. Make some negate spells. Reapers, which are in which dungeons? And then we want to go to Death Star. Otherwise, generally prepare for dungeon trek. Might be good to get Shamino at least leveled up once. Like to have 300 hit points is a lot better than 200. And then we'll, make a bunch of spells or whatever. And we'll get into Death Star to get the redstone, and then maybe revisit Despise and clear that out. Yeah, I think basically I very much like. I think when you play this game, you can sort of choose how you want to progress. Do you want to like get all the kind of mostly focus on getting your virtues and partial avatar hoods more than exploring the dungeons? I've been doing that, or you could kind of maybe do them evenly-ish. But I've been definitely getting a lot of my avatar hood underway, and I haven't completed any of the dungeons. I've visited 2 of them. I'm gonna have to find the others and everything. I don't even remember where they are. Yeah, we still need to find like a Dungeon of Wrong, which has the green stone. I have to find this hermit named Sloven near Lock Lake who knows where to find the white stone. Dungeon of Deceit we have to find at one point. Yeah, basically I'm gonna have to focus on dungeon hunting soon, and traversing them can be difficult. I want to have a lot of a lot of spells ready. Yeah, I think our party's pretty powerful. Shimino's low level. Just getting a lot of spells ready will be fantastic. Of all types, pretty much. Whatever I can make. I might even want to get more Mandrake, because I'm not sure what determines how often you can search for Mandrake, but there's some limit to it. So maybe for to-do notes, maybe get more Mandrake at the, what was that area called? The Bloody something? Bloody Plains? I'm right near the Bloody Plains, so I might as well do that. All right. Okay, I think that will be the end of it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me, Dan and Eric, and anybody else who was watching before, or who might be watching the video on demand after the fact. Dan says our avatar needs to learn humility. The dungeon doth humble him. That would be kind of funny if it was something like that. You don't learn humility until you get your butt kicked severely by something. Some like those Reapers, when I found them that time, they really humbled me. There was like 9 of them, and they all just kept zapping me with piles of spells. All my guys were asleep. Then they keep damaging me with damaging spells. I went on fire and this and that and the other thing. It was just like total party kill. But yeah, now I know I can negate them. Anyway, that's all for tonight. Thanks again, guys. I'll see you next time, and take care.